from Joey's World Tour. I'm back!
48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs.
The theme song is how long it is, okay?
Growl. Growl. 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking.
All right, thank you, everybody. All right.
I thought this was a furniture convention. I wanted to learn about Amish side tables.
Sorry. So first and foremost, welcome to the show, everybody. Tonight we have some very special guests. I want to introduce them now. First, a repeat guest to the show. We're talking filmmaker, comedian, co-creator of the wildest sketch comedy show ever to grace this very stage. That's right, Fatal Bus Accident. And director of the wonderful feature film Part-Time. Please welcome God's favorite son, the one who told me to say this, quote, he's low-key built like Sebulba for real, Mr. Stryker Spurlock. Hey, buddy. How are you? How have you been?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
Great.
And in this corner, stand-up comedian, host of the YouTube channel Trill Ass Trailers, co-host of the show Sorry, Please Continue, star of the short film A Really Big Joke, and just a wonderful human being. Please put your hands together, bow, and say Hajimashite to Kenny Kynes. There it is. There he is. All right.
You listen off all the stuff I hadn't done in years. It's like somebody reading off all the children that you had that died.
That's what we do. Yeah, that's kind of the show.
That's kind of.
I don't know if you know this yet, but you're in for a treat. So welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the Heavy Anchor on a wonderful Thursday night with us. We're going to get a little froggy. We're going to have ourselves a good old time. But first, I'm going to ask my wonderful guests, how have you been?
Good.
I forgot I already asked
I don't
you.
need a mic because I'm super loud because I'm a 50-year-old black dude.
It's a podcast recording. You got to talk into the mic. Yeah.
Why do you think I'm doing this, man?
I was
Come
about
on.
to sit back and tell you about these goddamn interest rates.
You still can. You just got to do it in the mic.
I mean, we got time. You could do that.
There we go. No, you don't want to. No.
That's all right.
You don't,
We
you
have
don't
till
want
1
that.
a.m. to be
This
up.
we're
isn't the
good.
bus. Nobody in this city takes public transportation. Why
No.
are you mad? Now you're mad
Yeah.
at public transportation that we don't have?
Jesus Christ. Welcome
Thanks
to
for
the
having
show.
me out.
It's good to be here.
The thing we first do when we get into the show is we do a segment called What's Hot Classic. Now, Stryker, you've been on the show before. You kind of know how this goes.
Yeah.
Kenny, this is mostly for you. We do 3 internet stories, 3 things that have happened in the past, I don't know, a couple weeks or so, that tickled our brains. And so, unfortunately, a lot of them are about AI being racist.
All right.
That's like 95% of the things I know is that.
You're in for a treat then. All right, so our first story up tonight on the What's Hot Classic. I hate talking about Elon Musk, but in this case, it's just there's no way around it. Twitter has an AI called Grok.
Uh-huh.
And if you're familiar with that, well, this week it went a little nuts. According to Miles Clee, former guest of the show, writing for Rolling Stone, another two-timer like Stryker, quote, lately it appears that Twitter's AI Grok is largely changing the subject no matter what you ask it, repeatedly referring to contentious claims about a supposed white genocide in South Africa, where Elon Musk was born and raised.
It's kind of like that guy at the party who wants to tell everyone about how he bought a boat. So everything becomes like, man, I got this boat. It's 15 feet long. It's going to fucking ruin my marriage, but man, I got it. I'm never going to take you out and be paying dock fees for shit I ain't riding.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's talking about it.
But it's white genocide.
That's it, yeah.
And it's saying that the white genocide is bad or good.
No, it was saying that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right.
The AI was correct.
The AI is
Oh.
like, I'm supposed to be talking about when white genocide, the white genocide that's not existing.
Exactly. So Skynet is like Skynet being for gun control. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's funny if you've ever seen any of the Terminator movies, but evidently I'm the only person in here who's old enough to know those movies fucking exist. Can we curse? Wait, can we curse?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, please do. This will keep us out of the.
Wait, is this so? Part of this story is what happened a couple of days ago or yesterday when Trump brought the president of South Africa
Elon Musk.
into his racist den.
No, actually, this was all. I prepared this before that happened, so it's
Okay.
even more insane.
Oh well, there's an addendum to this story.
There is. Go ahead,
Trump
Kenny.
brought the president of South Africa to his racist den. I don't know. I guess that's what he calls it. It's not the White House.
The White House.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is the White House.
The racial
Yeah.
oval.
His goon
It's the
cave.
really White House. It's the whitest of houses.
There we go. The Whitest House. Thank you. I will take that.
And it's cool. It's funny how we cut like sex education out of schools right now. I don't think they show those films, like those sex films.
Porno.
Behind the green door.
About the body hair.
I don't think they, because when we watched them when I was in high school, they were reel to reel.
You all jacking
Yeah.
off.
Right. Who's busting one out?
Yeah. Color Climax number 63. I know. I've seen that.
Donald Trump proceeded to show a presentation about white South African genocide that didn't happen.
Really?
Hell
Yeah.
Let's go.
I picked a bad week to stop watching it. What else happened in the last week or so?
And huffing glue.
Man, there was a tornado.
There was
What
a
the
fucking
fuck?
tornado and a tree fell on my neighbor's house. Are we supposed to say that? I don't know.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All
Get
right,
it. We're
I don't know
fine.
if the
Yeah.
insurance.
There
I
was
don't
a
know
white
if this-
genocide near Forest Park.
Is this podcast sponsored by Allstate?
Thank God, no.
I don't know how much.
Does
I can say.
does your
Christ.
insurance cover white genocide
don't.
incidents?
It does cover that, but I bet you it's not going to cover none of this tornado bullshit.
Well, if you say the tornado was caused by the gay woke laser beams, you could possibly.
I
make that
told them
happen.
that it knocked over everything in my house and broke all my shit, my PlayStation.
There you
I was
go.
Just making up
Yeah,
stuff. I just
hell
wanted
yeah.
another PlayStation.
Are your animes okay?
Are my what?
Your animes.
All my animes are on my laptop. The
Ah.
laptop that nobody sees.
Uh-huh. So apparently nothing was safe from Grok's obsession, not the least of which was, let's see here, childhood photos of pop stars Rihanna and Taylor Swift, a joke about the Trump administration being corrupt, a cute cat video, and even a clip of one of Tesla's Optimus humanoid robots dancing, shared by Musk himself. And when one user simply asked Grok if it was okay, the AI seemed to admit, quote, "I'm functioning fine. Thanks for checking. I see my recent responses have been off topic. Bringing up white genocide in unrelated posts," it said. "That's not ideal, and I'll work on staying relevant." It then went on to provide commentary on those very topics. Elon Musk did not respond to a request for comment. In another, here's the cat video one. Here's at Mike Isaac. He just asked Grok, "Is this true?" When someone posted, "My new plumber's a little over his head," little cat with a thing. He asked Grok, "Is this true?" And then it's, "The claim of white genocide in South Africa is highly contentious." It's a cat video.
Listen, man. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah,
So reading all of this is like what it must be like to have a stroke.
pretty
You know
much.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I'm
not
confused.
wrong. No,
It all
it's-
smells like burning toast. I don't know what's going on.
you're like, what the?
I'm just really surprised that it's debunking white genocide.
Yeah, it is kind of a shock.
It's kind of like a heartwarming cartoon about a robot who does the right thing.
A little bit, yeah, actually.
It's very
strange.
Lucille Bluth. You know, it's very much like an open bottle of vodka. You know, you have to drink all, or else it'll go bad.
It'll go bad, yeah.
So
So
it's
it-
white genocide.
But you do have to end the white genocide, or it will go bad.
It
So
doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Right. And then,
The worst thing, you all are familiar with apartheid, right? You know
Yeah.
what it
can we
is.
get a shout out for apartheid?
Right. I think the worst.
Thank
The
you.
worst thing about apartheid is, other than the racial segregation and hierarchy,
Yeah.
is the fact that it was done by the Dutch.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Wait, Jason, me and you both
It's like a
worked
nerd
for a
coming
South
to a high
African
school.
family.
We did work with for a South African
Jewish
South
South
African
African
guy.
family.
Yeah, just a weird fella.
You're a fella with a very beautiful mustache. He looked like a walrus.
It was
He would call me
Truly
by
amazing.
my brother's name, and he'd be like,
Jason, can you go to the post office and send this package?
and then if I didn't give back exact change, he'd be like,
I want to ask you for exact change, but the joke about Jewish people.
And I just be like, I don't know, man. I got a lot of shit in my pocket. Here's a bunch of quarters.
Yeah, here,
I think
just-
this is it.
let's
Really don't care.
Let's not make this a thing. Yeah.
I'm not self-loathing like you are. Here's a bunch of coins.
The
Will
only
you guys shut up about all the lies that were in Lethal Weapon 2 about South Africa?
Exactly. Yeah.
Again, I'm just gonna mention movies from the mid-19 to early 1990s.
I think
But
you're
they're
good.
fucking
I'm looking out at the audience here, and I think you're fine. I
suggest
think you're
you
all
go
right.
See these movies that are culturally relevant. Now,
Right next door at the
Library of
Arkaden
Congress.
Theater.
I am the Library of Congress.
The only South African people I've ever really had a lot of interaction with was like when I was a kid. My family became friends with the South African family because like the boys were like my sister's age, so they were like friends or whatever. But then the mom started saying a lot of weird stuff about gay people, and so we were like, we're not going to hang out with these guys anymore.
Jesus. All right. in another article with the headline, Grok just went off the rails. Its meltdown tells us something pathetic about Elon Musk. Natisha Pawa over at Slate follows up later that week saying, quote, Grok has mostly stopped doing this as of Friday, and in some instances has acknowledged a glitch that fueled its single-topic output. Some users were still able to get it back to this nonsensical subject by merely asking Grok to, quote, jork it.
To be fair, jork it sounds like an Afrikaan word.
It kind of does, yeah.
It sounds like a Die Antwoord song.
I was going to say, yeah, I swear I heard Yolandi say it. A little louder into the mic, please.
I jork it and I like you a lot.
There we go. And it does include this excerpt from a deleted tweet from Grok itself. And I'm quoting here, yo, I'm keeping it chill, but jorking it ain't my vibe when we're talking serious stuff like South Africa. Claims of white genocide are mostly to...
I can hear the chair being turned around.
Yeah,
And AI
Grok
said
herself said that.
Was his hat turned backwards?
It had to have been. Had to have been. There's no other way. On Thursday evening, the company published an official response, seemingly putting the blame on a rogue employee who made an unauthorized modification to Grok so it would spit out this response. But users were understandably skeptical. The explanation feels a little too tidy because Elon Musk still lives and breathes. Here's how many times has HBO changed their name? This is right after HBO changed their name from HBO Max to Max, then back to HBO Max. HBO streaming services changed their name. Yada, yada. Regarding white genocide in South Africa, but it's just second paragraph. Sure, let's do this.
It really is. I just bought a boat, guy.
There's no thought here. It's just, yep,
So it's trying to answer the question regardless, even though nobody asked that question.
Exactly.
About,
like
well, man, it's real to fucking Grok.
apparently.
Grok is solid. Grok was there in fucking 1987. No more, we won't go to Sun City. Remember
Right.
Steve Van Sant?
I do remember that. Yeah,
Single-handedly ended apartheid.
I was 6, but I remember
I'm
it.
not
Yeah,
going to fucking Sun City. He wasn't fucking. 'Cause he
yeah,
was crazy.
right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say,
I understand
right?
what you're saying. Yeah.
Maybe Grok was written by Steven Van Sant. He wrote every other fucking song.
Entirely possible. I don't
Wait,
know,
I'm
Kenny.
supposed to say that in the mic. Maybe Grok. Never mind.
Yeah, we got it.
What if we got Grok to rewrite Do the Right Thing?
Ooh.
What, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I want to see that.
Actually, kind of.
Thing with Afrikaners?
Yeah. Okay, but who's going to do the Giancarlo Esposito part? Anyway, all right.
I
So
don't know. I didn't think that one through.
it's a little too far. All right. So speaking of racist AI, oh yeah, AI Darth Vader in Fortnite says slurs in James Earl Jones's voice.
Who doesn't?
Well, fair enough, but look, this is in public with a kids game.
Who's ever shocked by that didn't know James Earl Jones.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. In an article for Decrypt with the headline, Fortnite fixes AI-powered Darth Vader after it starts saying slurs, Jason Nelson writes, within hours of the rollout, social media clips began circulating showing players baiting the AI-powered Star Wars villain into saying racial and homophobic slurs as well as expletives. The company...
Wait a minute, though. He can say the N-word, right? Because that's our word. So that's not bad.
I know, but
you
Yeah.
ain't posting this podcast, are you?
but
I'm so sorry.
but people tricked him into an
Wait,
AI
I mean, but
version
People
Version
tricked
of-
Darth Vader, which is
So wait a
mean.
minute. What if I don't know anything about Fortnite? All right. I don't know how it works, but I know they have.
Yeah,
Like,
why is Darth Vader
I
in?
know they have concerts and stuff, right?
Right.
Right. And sometimes they have like rappers.
Sure.
Now, I'm self-reporting because I said I know nothing about Fortnite,
And there you go.
and I'm saying everything about Fortnite.
I don't know any of this shit.
But they have rappers in.
Yeah, Travis
Right?
Scott showed up. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You get a Sabrina
Don't they
Carpenter
curse?
skin.
Yep.
They don't curse in the
I'm
in
sure
the
they
concerts?
do. I'm sure they
What's
do.
wrong with
It's-
Darth Vader?
Darth Vader's a role model.
Bars. What?
Well, James Earl Jones died in 2024.
I'm trying, y'all.
That's
I'm
not-
trying my best.
That's not Darth Vader's Buddha nature.
That's right. That's very true too.
Yeah.
Not definitely not a slur sayer. So we did find some clips. This AI generated Darth Vader voice was built using clips of James Earl Jones' voice. Disney okayed this.
There's no way they did. That's
Yeah,
like when you-
they
when you-
licensed the vocal likeness to Lucasfilm, which
Right.
then licensed the likeness to Epic Games, which makes Fortnite.
Right.
And so we have Twitter user
Speak
NX
plainly,
Sylvie.
reader. I am unfamiliar with this. Pack God. Deadly Vault. Crash out funk. Test my freak indeed. Gay porn.
Yeah,
So
repeat.
Crash Out
Thug
Funk.
Shaker. Diddy R Blood.
Diddy
A
R Blood.
party? Are you suggesting I have a foot fetish?
Are you suggesting I have a foot fetish?
Gay daughter. Skibbity Riz. Do you
Skibbity
see
Riz.
My preference in Yuri or Yowie? Fucking. bad.
Yowie or Yuri.
Puppy girl.
He said the F slur a minute ago.
No balls. You are adopted. Big dildo. Family Guy. Raven team leader.
Hearing AR Vader say
Gaiat.
Family Guy.
One's
Yeah, it's pretty
effectiveness in battle is determined by their skill and discipline, not the size of their Gaiat. Your aim is as pathetic as your obsession with Gaiats. Rodent pornography. Futa furry baddie.
None of this was in the movie.
I'm pretty sure Futa Furry Bastards
long
was
time
not in the
since I've
movie.
seen it. I
It's
don't-
in the expanded universe.
Oh, well, that's the books. That doesn't count. We don't go there.
Is that in Legends?
Yeah, I think so. Well, this is another video from Angel Zach. His tweet just saying "what" and a bunch of skull and shocked face emojis, and then Fortnite AR Darth Vader and another shocked face emoji and the laughing emoji. In this one, Vader gets close, but doesn't quite say the N-word.
Lightsaber, as befitting one who walks the path of the Sith.
Nigga.
Nigga.
There's no fucking way, bro. Nigga.
Again. with
Wait,
this
is that
nigga.
Darth Vader or just some dude?
That's a dude saying it to the AI Darth Vader, and then AI Darth Vader repeats it.
He can. Oh, so they can.
It can hear you.
Yeah,
what
Life is
people
so
are saying.
scary.
Why would you want that?
I have no idea.
Have you ever
Fortnite
been
players
in a
are
Call
built
of Duty
different.
lobby?
Exactly. Yeah, because that's insane, right?
Yeah.
I have flashbacks
It's scary to talk to
PUBG
Darth
lobbies.
Vader because he's a
Exactly.
bad guy.
I
That's
guess
right, Stryker. He is.
Yes,
Yes.
he is a bad guy.
Dog, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
What?
hear that in Andor. I'll tell you that much for free.
Maybe
I
you
mean-
would. I don't know. Yeah. this is-
I mean, it's maybe a little bit better than having Luke Skywalker talk about a guy that's opposed to Martin Luther King Day in Arizona in the 1980s.
Is that real?
That is a real thing. No,
Okay,
there's,
I didn't know
there's some
what
really,
was going
there's
on
some
for a
really
second.
there's some really fucked up shit. John McCain was one of those guys. It was like, yeah, we're not gonna have Martin Luther King Day, and then people said some words that I can't say, but my grandfather had no problem saying.
Wow. And this was in Star Wars.
Not in
No,
Star
not in Star
Wars.
This was in
On Tatooine.
this was in
On
Empire
Tatooine.
Strikes Back,
They
the
were talking about
theatrical
Martin
cut.
Luther King.
There's a reason R2D2 can only speak in bleeps, is what
Oh,
we're saying.
wow.
He's constantly saying the word. It's all he says. It's all he knows how to say. Well, let's take it down a little bit. Let's find something a little bit easier to mock. That's right, Book Talk. For those of you who are on Book Talk, I do heartily apologize. I didn't even think about that before I did this as part of the live show, but here we are.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends with pink hair. I might want to stay out of this
Yeah,
one.
we do want to be mindful of that. So the headline here, E.J. Watson writing for The Cut, is this the Firefest of Book Talk? Book Talk, for those not in the know, is a loose collection of romantic fantasy readers, sometimes focused on the bodice rippers, that dominate sales charts and set trends by talking about those books on TikTok. EJ writes, it was advertised as, quote, the perfect event to make more bookish friends, featuring a vendor hall, panels, a content creation room, fandom cosplay meetups, a cosplay competition, and a ball. Ticket prices ranging from $50 to $250 for fantasy authors who wanted to hobnob with fans and sell books. But People on TikTok showed up, and it was terrible.
Whenever fantasy authors are hobnobbing with fans, it's probably
Very
a bad
bad.
idea.
Yeah. Especially when there's like an age gap and there's like problematic stuff.
But what if that's a trope?
So what happened?
Yeah. So according to TikTokers in attendance, the event was anything but fantastical. In a videos posted over the weekend, many authors claimed that though the event organizers had promised 500 to 1,000 attendees, the convention was sparsely populated. A huge disappointment, given that the authors had paid to be there.
The Firefest of Book Festival indicates that there's been a book festival.
There have probably been more than one. Yeah. I'm just guessing. I don't know about any of this.
I can't wrap my brain around a book festival.
Feels like a scholastic book fair at McClure North.
It's like a book
pretty
signing,
much,
but there's
yeah.
like 25 people signing books instead
Right,
of one
so
guy.
you expect 25 people to show up.
Right.
Right.
Thousands of people aren't showing up to a book festival.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Thousands of people aren't doing anything with books.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, look, it's real. So some of the authors did say that they had to pay for their own hotel rooms, which is not the vibe at these types of things.
Yes, it
Also, yeah, Firefest, wasn't that like people are like trapped and starving?
Yeah.
Seems a bit different than nobody showed up to my thing.
Exactly.
This is the Firefest of live podcast recordings.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. I was trying not to say it.
Yeah, I had to pay for my own hotel.
You could have at any time just left.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
If
the
you're eating a
Firefest
cheese
at all.
sandwich, it's probably like Munster and Gaieri. It's not like
Right.
just-
Yeah, their
fine.
mistake was having high expectations.
Exactly.
You shouldn't do that.
Who's
So-
the book version of Ja Rule?
Suzanne Collins? I don't know. I don't really know the... I like that there's like 3 people who got that. Thank you. This Suzanne Collins riff. It's going to go down in forever. But this next piece was, to me, the funniest one is Angela Yang, NBC News, with the headline, Fantasy Ball or Firefest. Again, they keep doing Firefest, but I think the most actual, real comparison is DashCon, the Tumblr convention that turned into a total nightmare.
DashCon is
okay.
valid. I was also thinking the weird Willy Wonka thing from a year or
Yes,
so
the
ago.
Glasgow Willy Wonka experience, exactly. But yeah, here's a quote from...
Everything used to be Gate, like Watergate.
True,
Now it's
true.
Firefest.
That's true.
Whenever something
Or
goes wrong.
Fest. Yeah, we got to start working on that. But yes, if the bar... Take 2. If the bar for events was on the floor, A Million Lives Festival sent the bar straight to hell, said Percy J. We had no signage directing us around the convention center, no decorations, no badges, nothing to signal that the event was happening.
There was no.
It sounds like a CYOA.
And looking at this picture, I think this is the best you're going to get at a book festival anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
This is pretty much...
It's not like you're missing a whole lot.
Yeah. And I think I have one more. Nope, that's not. So there was a picture. I didn't have it in here, but it is the author, this author, Carmen Chantel, doing a panel, but they didn't give her a table, chairs, or microphone. So she's sitting on the floor doing a panel to 5 people, 3 of whom are on the panel with her.
That was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a book festival.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I guess she kind of walked into that one. All right, but she's...
we a Fatal Bus Accident screened a short film at a film festival in Godfrey, Illinois, where there were literal just children walking around. That's what stuff is.
That's fair enough. All right, well, we're going
This
to...
was reported by NBC.
NBC News, yes.
Income inequality is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And this is what they choose to report.
Yeah.
We don't have money for
Can we
books.
just talk about this all night?
Go ahead,
Nobody
man.
to
Let's
talk
go.
to at home. I've driven away all my friends and family.
I got time, Kenny. You have no idea how much time I have.
That's great, man.
With that threat realized...
We should do a book festival.
Exactly.
We interrupt this live broadcast of 48 minutes of dogs barking
Uh-oh.
for the
We
following
gotta vacate
announcement
the
from a
stage.
new sponsor.
I'm not going anywhere.
I didn't know that was happening. What do you guys want to talk about?
This is your old pal Frank for Tuscaloosa Child Coffins. We offer many popular designs with a wide variety of your child or pet's favorite characters, including Who Lives in a Pineapple 6 Feet Underground. That's right. Send your beloved child or pet on a nautical adventure to the afterlife with Tuscaloosa Child Coffin Special. That's SpongeBob SquarePants design. You've got a friend in grief. Send your child or pet to infinity and beyond with Tuscaloosa Child Coffin Special Toy Story Coffins. And finally, honor Iwa and let your child or pet spirit return to the Tree of Souls with our new line of coffins, modeled after the beloved film franchise Avatar. So for all your child or pet coffin needs, please call Tuscaloosa Child Coffins. That's Tuscaloosa Child Coffins. Death is not the end of fun.
That guy has a wife.
Was that a real ad or is that a comedy skit somebody made?
I think that was my attempt at a comedy skit. I don't know if it was.
Do you know that guy?
That's Frank. His name is Frank. He's on Fiverr, and he's.
You had that made.
I had that made
He'll
custom.
also go to the website.
Yes, he will also go to website.
I bet you after he shot that, he was like, "I am so back."
Yeah, that $20. That's the best money he's making all week.
I thought it was real.
You know, I had like not eat last month. And that's what you're spending money on.
Don't start with me, okay?
I'm just saying, I can't eat a child coffin, Jason.
Neither can I. Anyway.
You're listening to 48 minutes of Dogs Barking, the podcast.
And now it's time for the Crypto Scam of the Week.
Before we hop into the crypto scam of the week, I do want to say there was a missed opportunity there of not using the Juggalo child funeral.
Yeah.
Lotus down.
Yeah. I can't think of everything, okay? I'm one man, Brian.
You guys got to collaborate more.
Jesus.
I'm sorry you don't like to sit at the computer.
You always got to do a second draft.
All it's going to take is one person from my job to hear this.
Same.
I'll be homeless.
Same. I have Darth Vader saying the N-word.
This man's a father.
Wait. To be fair, though, I say that on my stand-ups all the time, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But same. I'm white, Kenny.
It's part of my sprints. I say it at the end of every call.
Is it?
Yeah, I say Darth Vader.
DEI is crazy like that.
He's programmed it just to say it just like that.
We had to get rid of DEI at my job.
Oh, God.
And I work in IT.
Oh, God.
And the oddest call you'll ever get is, hey, can you all find all the DEI links?
Oh, no.
Can you all find the DEI links on our website? And just send them to us. It wasn't like get rid of them. It was just,
we want to see them.
We want to take a look at what
and
you
I've never felt
peruse.
more like defeated.
Right.
Right. Like these people wouldn't have came for me in the Civil War.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
The first one, the 65 one.
Right.
Right. Where do you work? Do you want to stay on the podcast?
Yeah, please do. With address and phone number so that people can find you. All right, so this week's Crypto Scam of the Week, Jesus Christ. This week's Crypto Scam of the Week comes to us from the San Francisco Standard. George Kelly writes, Jeffrey Yu was days away from his 23rd birthday when he appeared to take his own life in a video. A flattering obituary appeared calling the aspiring crypto mogul, quote, a visionary artist, technologist, and cultural force, and a tech prodigy from an early age. A meme coin in Yu's honor went up for sale, but in the days that followed, online sleuths raised doubts about the video's authenticity. The obituary disappeared. Whatever deceptive game was being played came to an indisputable end when the Standard found Yu on Wednesday holed up in his parents' Crocker Amazon home.
Of course they found him there. That's where every crypto mogul lives.
Yeah.
In his dad's basement.
Standing outside this two-story house, the supposedly gifted tech developer was agitated. I like how they said supposedly gifted. Was agitated and shocked that he'd been found after some routine internet searches. They are giving it to him in this article, by the way. I've been doxxed. I've been harassed. If you can find me, other people can find me. He said, now I have to move my parents out of here this week. Who is Yu? He's the developer of Cerebro, an obscure cryptocurrency token with a market capitalization of $44 million.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Cerebro was little known until videos of Yu appearing to shoot himself began circulating online. The full video is, of course, no longer available. His obituary, which called him a martyr of imagination and creativity, is no longer online either. Dressed in a t-shirt, shorts, flip-flops, and wire rim glasses, Yu declined to talk about the false reports of his death or how he may have benefited financially from it. Quote, "You can see the PTSD in my eyes, right?"
He has PTSD from dying?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently.
Man, I had a friend.
What a bitch. Go ahead.
Who's a crypto bro.
Yeah?
He's
Like, for
always
real?
trying to get me to invest in crypto.
Yeah.
And I had to give him a ride home once, which is a red flag if anybody's giving you financial advice.
Right.
But I dropped him off at his house. He lives in like this apartment.
Right.
It's like a 4-family flat. And there was just a guy standing in front of his apartment in overalls. And I'm like, no, I think I'm good, man. I think I'm just gonna keep my money in my mattress. Right?
If it's that,
God intended.
right. And if it's that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just, no, we're not doing that. But yeah, so on-chain analysis did say he moved 1.4 million in assets after his supposed death. So he was making money off pretending to be dead.
No, it wasn't. Crypto isn't money. It's fake.
He was making pretend money off of faking to be
Right
dead.
on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
It's not real until he moves into fiat.
But a couple days before, he did say he's introducing the concept of Legacoins, a term derived from legacy meme coin. Upon a holder's passing, he says, the holdings become permanently locked within the blockchain, thus establishing an enduring minimum value threshold. I am the permanent floor.
I put all my money into Lego coins. Those
Hell yeah,
coins-
let's go.
Those coins that pop out in Lego Star Wars that you get. I'm like, this is a
They're
good,
called
this,
studs,
This is a
Kenny,
great
yeah.
investment. Put all my money into that.
Yeah.
Because it made more sense.
Absolutely.
It's finance, Stryker. Get into it.
Exactly.
It's new. It's now.
I don't like getting tipped at my bartending job because I think cash is dirty. I don't understand money.
Right.
Do you ask to be tipped in NFTs?
I asked to get tipped and everybody going the fuck away and not talking to me.
Damn.
Honestly, same.
I didn't know you worked at the trophy room.
It's a little bit of inside baseball for you non-St. Louisans in the listening audience. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it?
That's just kind of a
there's
fucking
not a lot of
wild
meat
ass-
on these bones. This guy faked his death.
What
and
was
then
his
he's like-
plan besides make money? Well, I guess
That's
assume
it.
a new identity.
Hang out with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch Bass Pro Fishings every Saturday morning. Do a little bit of grilling. And then this inquisitive journalist had to ruin all their fun.
Right.
And now he's got to kill his parents with carbon monoxide,
Sorry.
like the beginning of Midsummer.
Yeah. Sorry. It's just how it goes.
Does he still have all the money he made?
Probably not. I would
not.
imagine
Nah,
he's,
he,
yeah. he's-
I mean, if he's thinking about it, he still has the money in his brain, but it doesn't
Yeah.
exist. So
You can just
I mean,
imagine. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Huh.
I mean, it's
Brain coin. I'm
all
writing
fake.
this down.
It's
Hold
all
on.
bullshit. This is a sinking ship.
Braincoin.net. Okay, hold on.
Brain
I
coin.
didn't mean to bring it.
I'm registering the domain right now. Braincoin.net. Hold on.
Yeah.
Done. Okay.
See,
So
Kenny, you gotta get on. You gotta get on Fartcoin.
Okay.
Fart
I'm
coin.
writing it down.
Okay.
Right?
I
Don't-
see you writing it down right now.
it's very clearly not
Choose your
writing
fu-
it down.
Listen, man, I'm telling you right
GM,
now.
future millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
My retirement plan is me driving my car as fast as I can into a brick wall, and that's it. And my broker was
What
like,
if-
yeah, you should probably do that.
That is financial advice. Yeah.
Hey, as long as you're keeping stuff in a physical ledger.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We've had our fun with the What's Hot Classic and our crypto scams of the week and all that stuff. It's time to get froggy. It's time, folks, to meet the man with blazing fast hand speed. We're talking about our main topic tonight, Daniel Patrick Quinn.
Oh, I don't know this dude.
Okay. Awesome. That's great.
That's not a face I've seen before.
Exactly.
You would know.
It's not a face very many people have seen before. If you look kind of in this area at all. Okay.
He's got a huge head.
Big head. Massive
Big ass head.
So first and foremost, by the way, I do want to give you a word of warning. Dan Quinn does, in the supercut at the end of the episode, say the N-word quite a few times, and he does not say it in a polite manner. If there is such a thing, he does not do that.
He is an MMA fighter.
I don't
That's
know.
fair enough.
I don't know if you include this video, but there is a video where he says he got the green light from 2 black shot callers to say it. And I'm like,
Whoa.
2.
Wait.
Two. It's somehow 2 men. Yeah, he said shot callers.
That's the real fucking deal. Why did you say that?
I was not familiar with that.
Who are
particular
they?
video.
Is what I wonder.
Yeah. So everybody remembers where they were when they first heard of the Saint of Stevia,
Yeah.
the angel Maitreya.
The first time I ever heard of him was when somebody cut one of his videos into a scene from True Detective. It was a video of when Woody Harrelson's watching like the murder VHS tape and is crying. It's Dan Quinn talking about whatever he wants to talk about. And I was like, who's this guy? And then I learned about Dan Quinn.
He's trying to beat 9. He's, Mom better not come up here and queer the deal. And he rolls on the window. She's like, your weed water's boiling. He's like, yeah, I'm making weed H2O.
Does anybody who here clap if you already know who Dan Quinn is?
Let's hear it. Anybody know who Dan Quinn is? We got one.
We got one.
Awesome. Virgin brains.
Good.
I love them because we are going to destroy them tonight. You are not going to walk away the same person. Sometimes when you see a video, when you see someone talking on the internet into a camera, it will change the way you speak.
Yes.
It changed mine. I know I've been walking around all week going, it's like this, or
Talking
fact
about hand style.
Facts, not fiction.
I've had this urge I've been fighting all week of like doing something at work and being like, y'all never seen a white boy do it like this before. And I know I can't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
We're just gonna.
Kenny's a black shot caller. You can say it.
I'm one of the
He's
two shot
one.
callers.
He's one. We need another one
Being
this to be
one
official.
of the black shot callers is like being a notary public.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
You kind of hereby give. Yeah.
Where do you need me? Right? I can only assume those are jugs of piss.
Thankfully,
no.
no. That's
No.
actually that comes up
No,
later.
they're not.
Yeah.
It cannot
Something
be.
far more nefarious.
That's right. Some of you may have noticed the word stevia on screen here. That comes into play pretty much right away. So the first time I ever heard of Dan Quinn was courtesy of Something Awful, somethingawful.com, one of my favorite websites of all time. A gentleman by the name of John Hendren who got on Twitter early enough to get the username @fart. In 2009, he wrote this article, and I'm quoting directly here. The title of the article is Dan Quinn Queers the Stevia Deal. Everything in the following paragraph is completely true. Meet former Notre Dame ball player and UFC fighter Dan Quinn, also known as the Angel Maitreya, also known as the inventor of cold fission. That's his face. It's really big. He stopped playing ball amid an allegedly bogus rape charge, so he instead decided to fight for a living. Nowadays, he's over 40 years old and lives with his mother. God has spoken to him, however. Every time I try to read this, it gets fucking stupider. God has spoken with him, however, informing him of his angel status. And now he spends his afternoons mixing the sweetener stevia with water in a blender which, quote, explodes into a soup, which is the miracle of cold fission, and purifies your body, thank you, when you drink it. According to him, he is the toughest man on the planet thanks to stevia's health benefits, and he compares himself to Muhammad Ali on the regular. Dan threw his son down the stairs to prove stevia has magic power and compared it to the war in Iraq. The power of stevia brought his nearly dead cat back to life. He also has an imaginary friendship/partnership with Mark Brannon, the character Mel Gibson plays in the movie Tequila Sunrise. And he thinks that the character from the Bad Boy clothing line was modeled after him because he beat up 5 guys at a bar one time.
A bar called
Juanita's. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know why I was talking like that.
You're doing your Hank Hill.
Yeah, I'll just be spitting some truth over here on the stage right.
Hank Hill over here for.
Damn it, Bobby, stop.
But the Bad Boy clothing mascot was modeled after me.
That's it. See, and that's how we know he's wrong.
Right.
Yeah,
I worked a job a couple years ago where there was a guy that pulled up his fucking pickup truck and he had the Bad Boy logo on the back of his fucking cab. And I'm like on the forklift trying to like get the fucking hoist or whatever off, and I'm just transfixed.
Right,
I just want to be like, yeah, dude, what's your stevia intake like? You doing the pound a month like the good man says? But I looked at this dude, and he also wanted to talk to me about how nobody wants to work today, and I just would do the whole line that no one wants to work for these wages, and just go about my day. Yeah, I don't know why you decided to put a bad boy sticker on your $80,000 truck, but your hoist is fucked up because you don't know how to oil your chain. So we're gonna charge you a shitload of money to fix it.
I will say this as a middle-aged man myself. I'll back him up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You might change your mind
Because every
after this
man
next video.
of a certain age, right?
Yeah.
Is one intermittent fasting book away from becoming that dude.
You're not wrong. You're
You know,
not wrong.
That is true.
Yeah.
Right? You don't eat for 18 hours. It opens up your third eye. You fucking mainlining stevia. You're losing weight. This
Right.
is the fucking
Dude, I got a CPAP
combination.
machine. My girlfriend doesn't want to leave me anymore. One of those kind of guys. Yeah.
I don't know if this comes up in any of the videos he selected, but my favorite part about his attempted rape charge is that he claims a priest's testimony proves he's innocent.
Literally the worst person.
Yeah. Couldn't ask for. Yeah, that's not great.
He does not elaborate. He just says that.
Yep.
So, wait, how did you find out about this guy?
This article right here.
So what is this article? How do you find?
Okay.
Is this dude a journalist?
So this was
a guy. This
is
was
this a bit?
John Hedren. So you know, Kenny is a man that has been emasculated by Guy Fieri.
None of those words make any sense.
All right. So it was a
You
website.
can't even find those words in the same dictionary.
Kenny. So the website is called Something Awful.
I know something awful.
Okay. So
Sports
this
Argument Stadium.
exactly. So this was a front page article on Something Awful.
In 2009.
2009.
Yeah,
That's
there's
when
a
you could
front
read
page.
stuff
There
on the
is a
internet.
front page, goddammit, and I will not hear otherwise. My Something Awful goons out there, give me a okay. Nothing. All right. It's fine. It's fine.
Isn't it sad when nobody comes with you?
It's
You know,
really,
like,
really fucking sad, dude.
Aren't you a goon like me?
Yeah.
Aren't you like me?
Yeah.
People that all the
A goon
time,
used
they
to
say
be
no.
someone that harassed furries on the internet. Now it's a guy that has like 50 porn pages open at the same time.
It's all 4K and like repeating on a loop, and he's like, I got a job tomorrow, whatever.
My man has a
I'm trying to
shared.
find the right Riley Reid clip to bust to.
Come on.
He has a shared drive set up in his own apartment.
Yeah.
So he can stream his porn from any room.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
On every television and the
Family
tablet.
court, on the bus. I'm jorking it wherever I want.
As long as you don't follow it up with, and regarding white genocide.
As long as
yeah.
you're not listening to music on your phone.
Yeah, dude, we're fine.
That is-
Yeah.
The
This
ultimate
dude has
faux
put
pas.
more infrastructure
Yeah.
in watching porn than most American cities.
Just in general. Yeah, just.
I'm with you, man.
All right, so here's the video that accompanied that article.
The following is for all women and children on planet Earth. This is your personal and very real Wonka golden ticket. Watch to the end. Know that Josh risked his life going down the stairs into Iraq equals paying this forward in following directions equals ending the war in Iraq. I have cold fission and the cure in stevia equals the savior of planet Earth. Stevia blends water magically into a natural gas called split H2O.
It does explode
That
into a
equals
soup.
ending global warming, equals cycling back into H2O beneath toxic soap, equals getting enough toxic soap out of H2O, equals my body ballpark to him in speed and athletic ability,
Points at Muhammad
equals
Ali.
you not knowing about stevia because the evil rich don't want you to, equals if Uncle Fred Reba's money backs me up at Notre Dame when I'm set up and expelled for a false attempted rape that I could prove in court was a lie, or in Miami when the police Rodney King, a nationally ranked white heavyweight boxer, I'm already rich and famous, and even though millions have already seen me on car windows, because Boo told me that the bad boy was me after I knocked out 5 guys who attacked me at Juanita's, and you might believe the following. 20 years ago at Notre Dame, after fighting to feed the poor in another country and speaking with Muhammad Ali, I had a vision. One day, I'm the richest man in the world, using 98% of profit to share with all employees, ending written slavery on earth forever. When my ex was pregnant, dreaming that my son would one day lead a revolution, to now, 20 years later, that I was touched by God, who told me I'm the angel, Maitreya, Maitraya, Google it, and proceeds from stevia plus water plus energy / blending equals split H2O and pure H2O equals cold fission equals the Nobel Prize equals eventual billions of dollars equals I'm serious as a heart attack, equals 8 teaspoons per day over 4 months melted away 6 tumors and 62 pounds from Uncle Bob's body, equals only $100 total at starwestbotanicals.com, equals 1 pound a month to make pure H2O, equals my body ballpark to the greatest athlete who ever lived, Muhammad Ali. Stevia blending out toxins equals pure H2O, equals making bodies perfect in record speed, equals if everyone on planet Earth consumes stevia, sickness and fat are repealed like the man-made plagues they are. The rich who want to enslave have held stevia back on purpose for far too long, equals anyone and everyone who uses stevia to pay this planet-saving miracle forward to 3 people will soon get $1 million. Why not? Bill the Pirate Gates could afford it, but he probably has blood relatives all the way back to the evil pharaohs of Egypt. Ladies, did you know that before cave people drew pictures of pyramids and spaceships on cave walls, that you were in charge? Stevia will make your bodies perfect within months, and the violin, which took both Chris and Karen to around triple-digit orgasms in 2 hours, is one of many of your birthrights. The violin, 2 fingers in and up to the bottom of the G-spot, 2 fingers pressing down right above the G-spot on the stomach wall, compressing, playing the violin, massaging gently, licking and sucking the clit like a flute. That'll take you to the fountain of orgasm. It feels like an orgasm for as long as you do that, okay? Explain the violin. My plan, to get this famous ASAP by destroying any named pro fighter who's willing to stand toe-to-toe with me. No kicks or ground. Frank Mir, Chuck Liddell, Carter Williams, I say that pure H2O equals me knocking all 3 of you out. Let me put you to sleep with my fists out at an Indian gaming casino, and when you wake up and Cold Vision is famous, I retire you and your whole family in style. So which one of you fighters is man enough to accept my challenge? Peace!
Did you get all that?
Yeah, did you guys catch all that?
Yes.
Yeah, a question from the audience, yes. Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Is there the question posed was, is this beat poetry or mental illness? And I gotta say, I'm kind of stumped. Hard yes, thank you. I'll take that one.
Why
yeah.
not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
it's
Why not both?
Has anybody ever looked into the stevia claim, though? Because he could be right.
I don't know. That's the other question. So
I like how he wrote it assuming women were listening to it.
Yeah.
He's like, ladies.
Yeah. This is for women.
Right. By the way, ladies, if you're listening to this, which I know you are. Yeah.
Also, the next hearing on universal health care, they should play that clip.
Oh, 100%. He would be an RFK guy. He's actually still alive, but I don't know if he's an RFK guy. I know he's got a little wacky. Obviously,
his hand speed isn't what it used to be.
Not what it used to be. But so a quick look at Dan Quinn as an athlete. So he was an athlete, kind of a legit guy. He played Notre Dame football, 86 to 87. He did win the Golden Gloves in boxing, 1998.
He looks good.
Yeah. MMA career, 5 wins, 7 losses. Not great.
No.
Not terrible.
It's really not. But
unremarkable might be the word.
He's just kind of he's just there.
A guy
he's
being
fine.
a dude.
Yeah.
With a huge.
But he's pioneered triple-digit orgasms.
Right.
So
he's on a mission from God to end world hunger, to power cars with cold fission,
right?
To give women triple-digit orgasms, and also to be the first transracial MMA fighter.
What are your goals, Brian?
Yeah, right.
I just want to be a cool guy with lots of friends.
Exactly.
You're
on board?
I eat a lot of stevia, and now I'm like really.
Do you have cancer or diabetes?
Do you feel? I'll make a fucking video like this.
No, you're healthy and you're safe because you eat a lot of stevia.
But who knows what my brain is doing right now?
It's working at a level it's never worked at before.
I'm really fucking scared.
You've transcended.
You've gone beyond your human physical form. We're fine. You're touched by God. So at his time in Notre Dame, he was very pissed about the coach, Lou Holtz. You guys know who Lou Holtz is from Notre Dame? No? Nobody does, because this is a comedy show at a punk bar. And that's fine. But he also calls him Lucifer Lou Holtz.
Lucifer Holtz.
Lucifer Lou Holtz.
Nice.
So this, according to Wikipedia, I hate sourcing them, but this is really funny. Quinn played football at Notre Dame. While attending, he was involved in a bitter feud with Lou Holtz and starter Frank Stamps. Quinn alleged that Holtz assaulted players and engaged in illegal point shaving by not allowing him more time on the field to, quote, make spectacular fucking plays. The Wikipedia article quotes the following video.
You know what? Let's fast forward just a little bit to the first defensive series because Dan Quinn is already in trouble and fired and demoted to the 4th team that quick. All right? Now, Lou Holtz, when I signed my letter of intent, I didn't say anything about giving the other team 6 points. And you know what? I'm wondering what it was. Was it that Russ Purnell got fired because he didn't do his fucking job and I couldn't go to USC? And
It's
you know
TV
what?
commercials
What was
during
I
the
supposed to
recording
do?
that he had
So you
of
know
the
what?
Notre
The
Dame
first
game.
defensive fucking series. See that?
He's ripping his whole glory.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
It's a 4-3.
And
It
so
was
he's
a
looking at the
3-4.
4-3 defense.
And Cedric Figaro, number 48, is
This
nowhere
is what it feels
on the
like to
field.
watch old
so
stand-up
what Lou
sets,
Holtz has
too.
done
Yeah.
is, you know what, made sure that number 41 doesn't make some kind of fucking spectacular play, okay?
Wikipedia
and,
quotes
you know,
this video.
Get himself heard.
Every play.
And you know what? What I'm
Sure
going to
this
do
dude doesn't make a
is go to the
spectacular
end of the
play.
game,
And a lot of
and
teams
you're going to
don't do that,
see
they
the
lose.
point where
Right.
Dan Quinn says, fuck football, I'm going boxing. Because you know what? There's too many little cocksuckers like Lou Holtz. This little son of a bitch right here, I'll tell you what. Instead of being in the Coaching Hall of Fame, he should be in prison, all right? Let's see. He played
Probably a lot
John
of people.
Foley, who should have never seen the field, John. You were hurt the entire year, and you were a linebacker. And yet he played you against Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl. My God, man. You were fast in a straight line, but you were like a fucking alligator, okay? You would actually trip, okay, if you had to go fucking anywhere but straight. Now, you know what? That's me saying, you know what? Fuck football,
41.
man. There's too many little assholes like Lou Holtz. I mean, seriously. It's like this, Frank Stam.
It's like this.
Cedric Figaro, right next to you, 48, he was the consummate Lawrence Taylor type rush in. But he kicks Dan Quinn off the team for no reason to make room for your punk ass. So why didn't you take number 37's position, okay?
Yeah, it just goes on like that for like 10 more
You
minutes.
should have tried to get a guy who was on Notre Dame football with him on the podcast.
Yeah.
To be
You're the
fair,
best
though-
I got, Stryker. I'm sorry.
To be fair, though, Lou Holtz did commit a bunch of NCAA violations and then left the team.
Right.
So he kind of is
Right about
He's
him
sounding more and more
needing to be
reasonable
in
by the
jail.
second.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is me talking or the Stiffy talking.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
getting very concerned.
Well, you're going to get even more
I had to
concerned.
drive home,
Yeah.
It's like the cordyceps.
and I had a Dr. Pepper, a diet Dr. Pepper.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
All right.
You're
We're
freaking-
carrying Kenny out of here. So so Dan Quinn spent a lot of time in jail after he was done with football.
Sorry to interrupt, but he's already accomplished more than I have.
That's fair enough.
If that was my
I mean-
Wikipedia, it'd be one fucking
These,
paragraph.
these are all arrests.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's still accomplishing more. He's
It's fine.
tried to do that.
Yeah.
Because he did
It's
something.
true.
He's doing something.
He's,
Stryker.
he's hitting his
He
wife.
did something meaningful.
Yeah, because if you look closely, these are assault, possession of a controlled substance, concealed weapons, domestic violence, and making death threats. In particular, death threats against MMA fighter Kimbo Slice, which we will
Yeah.
get to.
But we all do that,
And
so that's fine.
UFC
Oh,
president Dana,
Dana
White,
White, yeah.
which involved him calling up Dana White's personal number, speaking in a fake Scottish or Irish accent under the name like Patrick O'Reilly, and then saying that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Even though he posted videos of
He
himself.
posted the video of him doing it.
And he went to jail for
Foolproof.
that.
You can't prove it. No face, no case. I wasn't on that video. During that time, though, he did make two important discoveries. The first of which, of course, we covered is the bad boy. Right? Bad boy.
Pretty striking
Pretty
resemblance.
striking resemblance. I don't know. It's weird. But,
And the second one was he discovered the God particle, right?
yes, exactly.
Stevia.
So apparently he was at a bar called Juanita's. He got into a fight with five guys. And according to Dan, this is how street artist Mark Boogaloo Bagoo came up with the Bad Boy logo. In an article interviewing Bagoo in the Los Angeles Times in 1987, Dan Quinn's name does not come up. So, he's full of shit.
Well,
All right.
how would it? He would just be like, yeah, I saw an angel at
Fair.
Juanita's.
That's fair.
Angel
That's fair.
whooping
Single-handedly
five
defeating
dudes at a
5
bar,
men.
and I was like, damn.
He's doing
He
the
wouldn't
Matrix
know the
shit.
name.
Right.
Dan would have
Well, really?
vanished into the night.
He just saw a guy giving an angry hand job to a dude, and he was he was interrupted. He's like, "What the fuck you looking at?"
He was at a leather club.
Yeah.
In Sacramento.
That's what Juanita's
That's
is,
how
right?
we get Bad Boy.
Well, because
Family or a town founded by my ancestors, it should be noted.
oh God, that's right. Yeah.
It was.
You want to give him? You want to
Wait,
give him the pressy on that? Yeah. give him the-
So if you look at the historical John Sutter, it looks like my dad if you were to take the sleeves off of his shirt and put old Milwaukee in his hand. And his son, who was one of the city fathers of Sacramento, looks just like my brother. It's kind of fucking weird. John Sutter was a terrible part of the Western expansion of the United States. There's some terrible stuff in California to the native population. But the thing that always strikes me is that he was really mad at his son, who he abandoned in Sweden because he had debts. He went all the way to California to get away from his debtors, and it was like, "Hey, Sonny, come hang out in the frontier." His son comes over, starts to found the town, and they call it Sacramento after native population. And he got mad at his son because they didn't call it Sutterville. But everything I have ever heard about Sacramento sounds so fucking awful that it had to be founded by an ancestor. It is literally some Sutter ass shit.
Couldn't have been anybody else.
Yeah. It's got our stank all over it. I don't know my relation to the historic John Sutter, but it's strong enough. I can feel it.
You should get the UN, right?
To get the UN involved?
Exactly, to say, listen.
Move the
this is his
Palestinians to
homeland.
Sacramento.
Yeah, right.
They can listen to Death Grips and learn how to do graffiti.
Right. You should tag the whole city with the Bad Boy logo.
Yeah. That's how you protect it. That's how you.
Now.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach Palestinians how to beat match. And fucking bust.
Man, this took a turn.
And bust SIGs instead of working.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy work.
That's how you do it. So one of the things that Dan does is also has ideas.
Diego, business ideas for
He does.
you and Bad
He does.
Boy to make some money. One, contact Boogaloo.
Fair enough.
And, have him tell you, yes, in fact, it was me, the inspiration, yada, yada, for the Bad Boy, knocking 5 guys out. Or contact my friends that were witnesses. I believe Pete Carroll, he's in the Hawaiian Islands. Jim McCrans was there, I believe.
He gives a bunch
He's
of
in
people
San Diego.
whose names we
And,
don't
Mary
understand
Monica.
or know.
And you know what?
Pete
Number
Carroll.
3, I'm not really sure. Maybe Tim Bybee.
Tim
You know
Bybee?
what? But think about it. I mean, do I look like him? And it doesn't take fucking a rocket scientist to figure it out. Now, you know what? That would generate a lot of electricity, a lot of energy, okay? Excitement. People starting to scratch their heads going, oh my God, it really is him? What's going on here, okay? Maybe you should pay attention to stevia, especially since Diego says it acts like the cure, and especially since Allie, his girlfriend, had something growing in her breast disappear in 14 days and had been there for a year and a half. And you know what? That will become a common story throughout the United States and throughout the world as soon as people get off their beep asses, okay, and help start the stevia
beeps and then
stampede.
says
I have
asses
coltism,
anyway.
which is supposedly a mythical energy source that will go on and on forever. Now, for the idiots out there that don't know it, water powers Earth right now. It's in everybody's gas tank, the hydrogen from water, and they just bonded petroleum so they could spark it and explode it into power. That's internal combustion. We're burning our water up as we go. All right? No shit. Atomic fuel, atomic electricity, nuclear reactors. You know what? I heard a PhD who is very much smarter than you idiots, all right, say on the radio the other night that it was an expensive way to boil water into electricity. All right? No shit. Now, the ideas I had for making money, Diego, was perhaps you and Bad Boy coming out with a cool jacket that only fighters can wear. All right? Cool, man. Not overly expensive, maybe $100. And you know what? 50 goes to you guys. 50 goes to a charity to feed the homeless and the hungry.
Okay.
And what that jacket does, it tells other people out there, you know what? This guy's no one to fuck around with. Not because he's bad, okay, and because he practices how to fight day in and day out, okay, at the gym, because he don't want to, because he gets enough of it in the gym that on the street, you know what? It's boring, all right? And, you know, that jacket coupled with 2 hands up, okay, in a defensive posture, all right, taking 1 step back, okay, maybe 2, you know, just to get fucking your feet set to launch, and saying, you know what, I don't want any, okay, has you covered in a court of law, all right? If the
Has you covered in a
assailant
court of law.
in front of you, the soon-to-be knockout victim, actually doesn't pull a gun, but tries to use his fist, all right? And you're covered. You know what? You said you didn't want to fight. You don't have to tuck and turn tail. You can actually lay waste, okay, within reason. And you know what? It's been told to me by many more than one judge. And know this, everybody that thinks that I abuse women, my God, my ex, she was mad at me. And you know what? She tried to get me in trouble, and she did, and she could because the cops don't like me. And so she said I tried to kill her, didn't have a mark on her, and you know what? Yada, yada, yada. The thing at Notre Dame, oh my God.
More than two
that
of
was
his
a lost
charges were
opportunity,
domestic
dumbasses.
violence. Ken.
I could have been a millionaire when I was 20, all right? All my beep had to do was maybe fund another $20,000 because Notre Dame's attorneys had advised their client, Notre Dame, to settle. They had looked at the evidence and said, oh my God, Ann Firth, you kicked him out for this shit? I'll tell you what, beep, if we pay out, pack your bags, you're gone.
That just never
So
said
I
that.
want, among many things that we're probably going to say about that video, I want to let people know this is probably the healthiest he's going to look
Yes.
in any of these videos.
The man, for some reason, has continued to deteriorate. It could be that he's doing a pound of stevia a week or more. I think it's a pound a day.
Pound
Is it a pound a day?
Some ridiculous
It's
amount.
an insane amount of
There
stevia.
was someone that was trying to do a documentary on him called
Oh,
The
the
Saint
Saint
of
of
Stevia.
Stevia, yeah.
And was talking about how he was like just hustling to get so he could buy like some herbal stevia off Amazon that was very expensive. The highest quality of stevia.
Right.
The purest sweet leaf.
The sad thing is that, what was that, like 2009?
2009, 2010, yeah, somewhere in there.
In 2009, that's as far as that guy would get.
Yeah.
Right? You would make a video,
Yeah.
an MP4, you upload it, and people would laugh at you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now that dude would be the head of the Department of Homeland Security.
He would be
yeah.
Joe
That's where
Rogan.
we are right now.
I thought about this.
It's like this Ayatollah.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I don't think he'd be allowed anywhere near the levers of power because you notice he has a very altruistic spirit. He
That's
mentioned
true.
he mentioned
That's true.
98% profit sharing with his employees of this company he's never going to have.
Right.
He would bury that. He would bury that thought the minute they said, listen, we want you to be the head of the Department of Justice.
and he'd say,
just like,
okay.
fuck it.
Yeah.
It's like this, homeboy.
Fuck
Yeah.
the pores. Right?
What is like that, homeboy? So
I would like a cool jacket only fighters can wear.
honestly, I would too. I don't know. I'm
What
feeling.
was the jacket? I missed the whole thing about the jacket.
The whole thing is wearing a jacket that when you stance up lets people know that you are lethal.
Right.
So they can make a cognizant, informed choice whether or not to engage in marital or martial combat. I think.
Either one works.
one.
It's fine.
Do some hate fucking on
Yeah.
at Juanita's.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, one
Right.
sport fucking, whatever the word is. I don't know what people do in Sacramento.
Put your hands up, take 2 steps back, and then you're legally cleared if you
No.
kill someone. I think
Maybe
it's the-
Because
two
Dan
steps
Quinn's
back.
obsessed.
maybe 2 steps.
Dan Quinn's obsessed with the idea of a legal kill.
We're gonna.
A lot of
legally
guys are.
kill-
It's unfortunately some of that material is hard to find on the internet these
It
days.
is.
There was a point in time where he was obsessed with the idea of doing like a legal kill on someone in an MMA octagon,
Right.
Or like at a gas station or something.
Or taking them out to Native American land and
Native
killing
American-
them.
The dude's Shadow Hunter rules or something.
Yeah. So Dan continues in his.
Imagine if instead of it was a Trail of Tears, it was a Trail of Stevia.
Ladies,
Imagine if it was a Trail of Tears, it was a Trail of Beers.
Okay, there.
ladies, that's me 20 years ago at Notre Dame, and that's also me 20 years ago, and this is me today. And I'm just started working out. I've been eating like a pig. I smoke weed. Swear to God, I'm not trying to scam you. Stevia, Stevia, it's the cure. Oh, I'll tell you what, I put stevia in water and I blend. And water turns into this white bubbly soup gas, okay, that can in global warming. And then
exploded
it
into a
changes
soup.
back into water underneath all the soap. And I'm going to stop right now because I'm going to pour out all the soap. But this is some of the soap. Can you see?
No.
Can you,
You cannot see.
That's filled with soap.
It's white on
that
white,
was
dog.
from the water that's in there right now. And that stuff I call pure H2O. And I'll tell you what,
Public bathroom.
He does.
ladies that like cage
In the
fighting,
gym bathroom.
this kid right here, he was gifted athletically. That's why his hands are raised. He was a bad motherfucker.
Stuff like this happens in gym
Trust and
bathrooms
believe,
every
but
day.
know this.
Yeah,
he didn't
the
really
guy
know
he's
how to
talking about, by
fight.
the way, is himself.
This guy right here, he's been in the fight game for 20 years, and because of stevia and pure H2O, he's going to get busy on a big-time scale.
It's like Will Forte workshopping a character.
All my Last Man on Earth fans out there, give me a hell yeah. All right, so
He's done other things.
I know that. I understand this.
He was in that Bugs Bunny. No, not the Bugs Bunny. What was it? The Coyote?
The Coyote movie.
He did that.
Yeah, nobody's seen it.
Yeah, and something else, I'm sure.
I met him at the film festival like 12 years ago, and I asked him, do you want to go to an open mic after this?
What'd he say?
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
No, okay, all right. That's fair. That's fair. So yes, the pure H2O.
That is such an uncomfortable thing to watch.
It's very painful because he's very clearly in a gym bathroom.
Yeah.
And just like
No, he's in a bathroom. I'm not going to say it's clearly a gym bathroom.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think it's a gym
I
bathroom.
do think it's a
because
gym
he's in
bathroom.
gym shorts.
Yes.
But he
Thank
also
you.
has multiple jugs of stevia with him.
He's
So he
got to
could
stay
be-
strapped at all times.
He keeps
He
that
never
thing
knows.
on
He never
him,
knows
yeah.
when he's going to have to preach about the sweet leaf to
Yeah, right.
to a potential convert.
My favorite.
You know, man, he's like a Methodist.
My favorite Dan Quinn bathroom video was recorded in the women's bathroom at a Starbucks, where somebody knocks and he's like, "No," and then talks for like 9 more minutes.
Excuse me.
I didn't have the time to include that. There's
also
so
one where
much.
He's like yelling at someone in a parking lot. I think after that.
So that could have been a Starbucks bathroom.
It could have been.
Right.
It's a
Yeah, they don't
really
look
big
like
for a
that.
Starbucks
That's- yeah, it's a
bathroom.
little
Kenny.
big.
I'm going to tell you, Kenny, from my personal experience, I've taken a mini scary bowel movement in a Starbucks bathroom that doesn't look like a
Right.
Starbucks bathroom.
That's
fair.
Starbucks
Yeah,
bathroom
that's
is where
fair.
you go where like I'm about to embarrass myself in a way that I'm going to have to fucking dry fire a gun to my mouth afterwards. I got to where's the nearest Starbucks? Starbucks or J.C. Penney's?
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Did you just say you destroyed J.C. Penney's bathrooms?
I have and I will.
That's what put him out.
How
of
often are you at J.C. Penney?
Apparently on the regular.
By
I
the
don't know.
hair salon, no one ever uses that bathroom.
Upstairs by where the old restaurant used to be.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
mall
gonna
is
I'm going to
this?
show you how to make that potato soup.
God damn.
So is this guy dead? I assume he's dead.
No, he's alive.
No, he's alive.
He's still
incredibly
posting.
alive.
Tell him what his new username is.
Wait, where is he? Is he on Facebook?
He's on YouTube. That's pretty much the only place that you can see Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn has been going through usernames on YouTube for about the past 10 years, and he's reached, I think the last one was Warrior Poet 41.
Right, right.
We used
Because
to be
41
mutuals on
was his
Instagram.
number at Notre Dame.
Smash that like button.
Oh, he wouldn't
Smash
bother
that
with
subscribe
something so
button.
base. No.
What kind of videos does he do? Does he do what?
This.
That?
It's
But
this!
It's
all
much
this.
slower.
Yeah.
They're kind of like Joe Biden.
Oh, I got Joe Biden
Yeah,
coming up.
he's like Oprah.
He talks to Oprah. He talks to Jamie Lynn
Of
Sigler
all those
from
girls in Africa by teaching them about stevia
and the violin.
and the violin.
Yeah. Speaking of the
I have
violin,
$1 million idea. It's just like it's like Gil from The Simpsons, but
Right.
like
He's just-
slow down for a YouTube poop.
There's one where
So-
he calls Justin Bieber the N-word and then takes a hit of weed that goes on for way too long.
I don't have that one. I've been looking for that one for so long. You can't get it by just searching Justin Bieber N-word, by the
No,
way. You
you
cannot
can't.
find it
Too much
there.
stuff comes
That
up.
gets you something very
much
different.
Thanks a lot, liberals.
Yeah,
All right.
come on. YouTube's gone woke. All right, so he also claims that stevia cured a 17-year-old cat from having multiple tumors.
Yeah.
Peachy.
Peachy. Here's a short video of Peachy.
I can prove everything that I say. Stevia, generating so much money because what it does, it turns water into split H2O, natural gasoline. Oh my God, you know what?
Why
We
do
could
his
actually
rooms keep getting
reach the
smaller and
stars
smaller?
If the scourge of slavery was allowed to leave this planet, do you think that aliens would allow humans to go someplace else?
someplace else. And why does he keep wearing bad boy clothing if they stole his likeness? I mean, the people that
It's still his likeness. He's
Exactly.
Still,
but don't support him.
he's
right?
proud.
You know, everything I'm saying. So wait, the bad boy logo is just a couple of eyes
I've
now.
been touched by God.
Yeah, in
Are
the
those his
80s it was
eyes?
the muscle guy, and then it turned into just the scary eyes.
That's Peachy. And there was a time when that kitty cat
That cat
was
ain't cute
at
as
the
shit.
veterinarian, and she was 17
That cat's
years
17.
old,
That
and
cat's
she
older
was a
than dirt.
skeleton,
That cat is
and
just
she had
waiting for him to
cancer,
leave the door
and a
open.
tumor had burst in her throat, and she was on her way out. They had signed the papers, gonna lethal inject her, euthanasia, whatever. And I put her in a room with stevia, pure H2O, nothing but, and tuna fish shake. She lapped it up. She is in better health at 18 than she was at 17. And you know what? Everything I'm saying is true, because
Oh, you know what?
I
Everything
don't
I'm saying is
lie,
true, because of
and
course.
Stevia will prove it. It is my validation. You know what? Scientists out there, just because they got a job, don't mean they're smart. Just means their family
His
has
face
money.
is getting whiter.
Because how many people out there
Somehow.
that are smart
The
just think
stevia
they
is
can't,
working.
Because you know what? You family didn't have. It's all about money. And I'll tell you this. This is a good video.
It always
He's getting quieter too with every video. I don't know how this is happening. There it is. Yeah, of course he's got to take his shirt off.
Look at that. Lean Ripley.
But it always makes me mad when I see somebody clearly abuse their body like this day in and day out, and they still have hair. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm with you.
I will give you
Look at me.
$1,000, man.
I said, look at me.
Remember James
All
Giannakis?
right? And
James Giannakis
here's
is
deal,
the
lady.
crypto dude I was talking about.
Oh my God!
He works out at my gym, and every time this dude is trying to get me to. He's talking.
They're thinking that I'm
Have you ever heard somebody talk about something they clearly have no idea what they're talking about, but they just keep
Yeah, we're
talking
watching it
about
right now, Kenny.
But they talk about it with confidence. He's always talking about finance, right? But he has sweatpants that are clearly too long for him.
Yeah.
It's true.
This dude is giving me financial advice all the time. And it's
This
like,
dude's
brother,
giving you financial advice right now.
I have a car.
So does Dan Quinn.
I'm clearly doing something financial.
So does
right.
Dan Quinn. He has a Mustang.
And what I'm going to do
A Shelby.
better than me.
20
Yeah.
years of
Now, if he tried to get me
together,
to buy
and
crypto,
I'm
I'd probably
going to
do it.
blow doors on most people.
Why is there a blender
believe
in
it.
his room?
And you know what?
But the
Because he's
stevia.
mixing stevia, Kenny.
Knock
Why
out
didn't you pause
5
there?
dudes in one night, in one sitting. And Boogaloo, the artist that knew me before,
He's just
okay?
going
well, you know what?
the greatest
Where's that
hits here.
picture?
It's just-
You tell me, people, is it kind of biblical
because the guy
that I got touched by God
has OCD,
and given
right?
cold
And these
pigeon,
things
Or
are-
CTE.
I'm already on
all of
how
those
many
things
millions
Right.
per
combined,
window?
right? And it's like these things have been plaguing him for 20 years.
Plus.
It's
20 plus.
stevia,
Yeah.
it's black boxers, apparently.
Apparently.
It's bad boy. And every day it just cycles through the same.
Lou Holtz.
This trauma
Right, Lou Holtz.
that's never been resolved.
Right, because
And
you were talking about a video where he talks about he got tied up to a tree and
there's
beaten
a
with
video
Hot
where
Wheels.
him and his mom
That
are
was him trying to
driving.
communicate for the first time.
He's arguing with his mother, and he's talking about how there was a family reunion where his cousins tied him to a tree and beat him with Hot Wheels tracks.
That was the first real conversation he's ever had in like 25 years.
Probably. Yeah.
And his
was
cousin,
lucid.
here though, you gotta understand, everyone in the mic, or in the
Maitreya.
the
Dan
Maitreya, the Quinn verse, all have absurd names, and he keeps mentioning a cousin named Mike Tubes. And you just
Is he real?
Yeah,
We don't know.
He
I don't
was
know
just-
if Mike Tubes is real.
At that point, I'm sure he was like, will somebody just give me a hug? Somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's
And
where
all that
he.
stuff goes away.
That's why he was frequenting the NorCal adult friend finder chat.
Right. Just give
where
me a
he
hug.
where he
Anybody.
what was the name of the woman? What was her name? Reba?
Treva.
Shreva.
That's not a real name.
Shreva.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
even a real. That's
It's
not
not.
even a real fake name.
Right.
And so there was some videos of her where she's just kind of smiling through some of his weird shit.
Yeah.
And then there is a video where he gets pulled over, and because he's like a felon, he gets arrested and sent to jail because they found like a knife in his trunk or something like
You
that.
can't have a knife in your trunk?
Apparently not.
Not if you're a
you going
felon.
to culinary school.
Well, I guess it's a self-defense knife.
I think
It's
the
not
felon part is what makes it.
Yeah, it's more the.
Have you ever seen The Girlfriend Experience?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Right. You remember the end of that movie?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's what that guy wants.
Right.
He just wants to hug a woman for 5 minutes.
Pretty much.
Or anybody.
Right.
Have her
Man
drink
or
some
woman.
Stevia
I think
water.
he'd like me.
I think you should contact him on YouTube.
I genuinely think we would get along.
Maitreya, we need you.
Yeah, Maitreya.
No, you do it. You go to Sacramento.
Okay.
I'm going to Sacramento. I'm knocking on all the doors of all the halfway
Right.
houses.
Right.
I'm looking for this guy who has a face that looks like a fridge.
Excuse me.
He's got incredible hand speed.
Robert
And-
Zadar asked.
I'm Brian Sutter of the Sacramento Sutters.
The Sacramento
City
I'm
founders.
I'm royalty here.
Yeah.
Put some respect on that name, okay?
Respect on my. Yeah, I got a hospital named after me.
Exactly.
I'm here to save you, Dan Quinn. Here, breathe into this pillow sack.
He's every broken American, only 20 years too soon. God,
Exactly.
Imagine if he had gone to Iraq.
Imagine if
I
he
don't
was
wanna
good.
imagine-
Imagine if he was good at MMA and became Joe Rogan. Yeah,
He was actually
speak on
mentioned
it,
on
Jamie.
Joe Rogan,
he was.
which you
I
failed to put, but
failed
it's
to
okay
put on
'cause
here.
there's too
Wait,
much.
he didn't have any Joe Rogan stories?
He did. He had multiple times where he cursed out Joe Rogan and Dana White because he was an MMA guy.
And Diego Sanchez.
And Diego Sanchez. Yeah, he yells at Diego.
It's
a
probably
bunch.
gay ass, I think is the phrase he used.
But his main rival, his main source of ire was Kimbo Slice.
That's the wrong guy to have a beef with.
Exactly. And for some reason, Dan decided that that was the person that he's going to choose. Oh, of course. I'm sorry. We forgot to do the violin.
It's like this. When I take off my shirt, gentlemen, gents, I'm not fucking afraid, okay? Or like when I have sex, I actually take it off. I wonder if I pay enough money, if I'm going to find out fucking funny things, man, that are going to fucking really,
The classy move,
really
by the way, of
pull
having
covers on some
the
motherfuckers.
sheets
And it's
pinned
like
up
this.
around the
Go
window
ahead
and
and
not
fuck with me,
a...
okay? I'm Mike Treya. And that doesn't change
Not a
the
curtain.
fact
He has
that
one of those
stevia
ways that
blends
women
water
in
to a fuel,
women in the
okay?
1950s
Everybody
like
Google it, especially women.
You know?
Okay? Especially
Fetch me the fainting
women
cat.
that
Do you think
deal
it's
with these
so
fucking clowns,
square?
All right?
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's like this, gents. If you compress the G
There it
spot
is.
and massage it, and then suck and lick the
Have you
clit,
tried the
you'll like
violin,
that
Jason?
pussy
I have
on
not
fucking
tried the
fire.
violin.
Why not?
Okay, took a rape victim that
Well, my
you
wife is
took
here,
over
so
at
that's number
Indiana.
one. But
Oh,
also,
okay.
Took her to so many
Hello.
orgasms
What does that got to do
over
with
2
it?
hours that she lost
Help us out.
count.
Help a
Okay,
brother
she
out.
thought it could be
Never tried it.
Before, she might have 2 over that same time span, okay, because of rape and shit like that. And you know what? That's the first miracle that is
his
part
first
of women's
miracle,
heritage,
so he
but they
because he
don't
wants to
know
be
it, because you know what?
for sainthood.
All the women that were in charge.
So his first miracle
were
is the
killed,
violin, and his second one
the reins
is
to the
stevia.
fucking
Wait,
human herd given to men.
the-
Well, you know what? I'm the first to fucking.
He calls
admit
that
it.
miracle?
Apparently, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he
Female
just said.
orgasm was a miracle.
Right,
My
right,
anger
fellas?
gets the best out of me. Like if I was a
He does look like
billionaire,
Michael Flynn.
what I'd do
a little
Yeah,
is
a
I
little
would set
bit.
traps
Yeah.
out in
He
society
does.
for child molesters, rapists, and what
Just
I'd
as
do
crazy.
is
Also.
I would eviscerate them. And I'd put that shit on YouTube. And it might
But do you think
take
Michael
down, but
Flynn
then it would fucking spread,
give
and
triple-digit
guys that did that
orgasms?
shit, they would see some motherfucking desist.
Maybe.
He did this out of
Yeah,
Iraq, so I don't imagine he
yeah,
could.
that's fair.
You pay him enough money, he could do anything. Anything you request.
So yeah, Dan Quinn believes that he has some weird thing that can give women triple-digit orgasms. It just sounds really complicated, which probably means it
It's-
doesn't give women triple.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
too much hand stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's true. But this is four
You
guys
just need
on
to
stage
act like
saying
you're trying
this.
to
So
cough into a cup of coffee and cool it down.
Wait, is that triple digit over a lifetime? Or
in 2
1
hours, he said. He said 2 hours.
Triple digit
Yeah,
over 2 hours.
A woman would come 100
100
plus
times. Yeah.
In 2 hours.
According
In
to
2
Dan, again, a guy with
What is that
CTE.
per minute? I can't do math in my head. What is that?
I don't think it's possible. I think that's like theoretical math, right?
Yeah, none of
That's
this happened.
that's
He has probably never tried the violin.
Isn't that
Nobody
where-
has ever tried
He
the violin.
claims to have tried the violin with multiple adult friend finder people. in
They're
Sacramento.
lying.
But they're lying, yeah. Because he paid them to have sex with them.
Right.
Yeah. So there are so many Dan Quinn videos. Here's one where he's...
This is my favorite one.
I would like your help to finance a movie showing
Here
me
he's
and some of
looking
my
better.
friends
He looks
going
like
to
Justin Bieber.
fucking work on a child rapist with blowtorches, duct tape. Oh yeah, we'll burn their cocks off. Leave them a little nub to piss. That's all they need, okay? Nothing to hurt children ever again. When it hits the streets, Kim.com, I bet you crimes against children vanish, okay? it's a business venture. Can't you write that off in your taxes, right? I mean, if it doesn't make money, but think about it. Anyways, Kim.com. The fact that the violin makes women come maybe 100 times, okay, if you play it long enough.
OCD.
Or stevia kicking cocaine's ass at the Stimulant Olympics and curing cancer and obesity and diabetes in blazing fucking speed. Okay? Those two discoveries, they make my story the biggest story that's never been told. Fact, not fiction. Kim.com. What if there was a white nigga in the NFL that was faster than every black guy on the field, 6'3", 235, putting fucking receivers out of games with concussions on a regular basis? Do you think I would have been famous? Okay? If I didn't hear Digger Phelps conspiring, laughing, okay, joking about
Digger Phelps.
Jerry Fausta, head coach, Notre Dame football, to lose football games, okay? I'm in the NFL, all right? I get set up for an attempted rape that I can prove I didn't do. A priest's testimony proves I'm innocent, okay?
Testimony.
I'm Rodney King by a Miami cop. That's led to police brutalities, Rodney Kings all across the country. Yeah, fact not fiction. Kim.com.
You just missed where he said I was Rodney Kinged by a Miami cop.
Weed together make me feel like I'm fucking 20 again, man. Yeah. Kim.com. Help me finance that movie, please.
Kim.com. The Finnish-German internet entrepreneur who himself, I believe, now is in prison, right? Is he mega?
Yeah, he's in jail, I think.
He's not doing well himself, and he's going, Kim.com, send it.
Like he's also like movies that make these crimes against children illegal, and it's like I'm fairly certain we have.
Pretty sure it's already illegal. Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
This is like pro Save the Children.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
The collapsing stack of towels in the background of that video is very classic. Classic bathroom
you can
stuff.
Feel the humidity in that room.
Oh yes, there is carpet in that bathroom.
Oh, absolutely. It's been it's been soaking in some feelings for 20 years.
Oh boy, California is awesome.
I think that's gonna be me. In when you look at a person, you can't believe they're still alive, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like entropy is the only thing keeping them going at this point. You know, he looks like he's about to break down.
Yeah.
Right there. All you got to do is pull one string.
Yeah, and that's like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
that was what?
That was like 5 years ago.
That might be a little bit
he's probably
older.
Still alive. There's another video
Yep.
that's gonna drop. It's probably got it scheduled after this fucking podcast.
Right. Oh, as soon as we do this, yeah.
Violin,
like Mr. House in the Cocoon.
Stevia, right?
Right.
Police Academy 3. And Sinners. I don't know.
Sinners. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I know, but that dude is just like that's the only thing keeping him going.
Yeah.
And if he stops thinking about that, he will disappear.
Yeah, he's a lich king. And Stevia is like his phylactery. Thank you, D&D nerds. Give me a little bit back there. It's like 2 people, and that's fine. I am happy with this. It's better than 0.
Somebody, I get it.
Fuck it.
You know.
All right.
Oh, is
good, because you're here. And that's fine.
Wait a minute. Is that the only reason
I'm not
here? Because
don't
your session got canceled?
Let's not. It's fine. Kenny, it's fine. We're good. Anyway. Oh, Jesus.
I've showed so many people that video that we just watched.
Oh, the Kim.com
I
one
love
where
it.
he's yelling about...
It's perfect. I was saying before the show that if I were going to be an actor, that would be a
monologue.
The monologue I would take to auditions.
Can you do a little bit from Kim?
My life.
Can you?
A future I'll never see.
Can you do a little bit of
No,
Kim.com?
move on.
Okay, all right. Damn it! I thought I was going to get some good audio. All right.
The perfect man to reboot Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Hey, Kimbo.
As a one-man
Kimbo,
show.
Can you hear me, Dumbo? I mean, Kimbo?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Dumbo, hey.
So this
Hey, I said Dumbo,
is
tell
him
the hooker to shut
calling
her
Kimbo
motherfucking
Slice
mouth
on the cell
that I'll
phone
pay
and
her
calling him
another
Dumbo
$10,
Slice.
Okay, for what?
Oh,
5-10 minutes?
Kimbo's not
Make
coming
this
back from
little
that.
video? What?
Not because he's dead.
He's hella dead.
There's that. Yeah.
What's up, bitch? Oh, put my money. How about this? You know what? Last time I looked, a fighter didn't have to pony up to fight. You want to fight me? I would love to fucking make you actually tuck tail, you fucking fraud. You got shit on me, bitch. God almighty, man. You would have been holding my jockstrap at my fucking locker at Notre Dame saying, here, sir, is this the fucking right one? And I would have said, you know what? I would have been cool to you, man. But I would have said, is that kid special? You know what? He seems a little dumb. What, punk? Oh, you gonna get me? You gonna get me? Are you gonna pay me $500?
Why doesn't Kimbo just hang up?
Like you did on those motherfuckers?
He has every opportunity. And again, this is cut down from a 10-minute video.
How did he get Kimbo Slice's
Hey, you know
phone
what,
number?
Punk? I sure did.
He's an MMA guy.
MMA was a lot wilder.
You might be something. You know
Oh.
what, bitch?
Also, this is the perfect time to drop a, sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's like
Sir?
this.
Oh my God.
Okay, now
Lean and Ripley.
Now you have to.
Which is with your chubby motherfucker.
Yeah.
You have to understand this. This is not a video call.
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
He is on the
is that
phone
right?
with Kimbo
Did I
Slice,
talk to you about your game plan,
and he
Kimbo Slice?
raises his
You know
shirt
what?
anyway.
I fuck you up in a dozen.
I think Kimbo could tell.
Pussy better than you, but that doesn't really.
And then he says,
say
"I will
much,
fuck you up if you let me."
What pussy would
All
give itself
timeline.
to you to practice
Why not?
without having
I have
to
a
pay
very
for it?
distinct
And that would
memory
be
of being
fucking
shown this video in the
education.
back room at the
Feel me?
Firebird, and we're all just over each other's shoulders, and that line, I'll fuck
Like,
you up
don't
if
you
you let me.
Are you gonna fucking tell me that the brothers,
That was,
the brothers who eat pussy
Rest in peace, the
convention,
Firebird.
gotta come and whoop your ass? because
Firebird can
you're
rest in
talking
piss.
shit? What?
R.I.P. Kimbo Slice. I really
Right.
would have loved the
True
Kimbo
that.
versus
You know
Dan
what?
DQ.
It's like this, man. I took a jacket off. Is that right?
What is he doing?
Is that right? What's wrong, Kimbo? Did I fucking pull your covers? Bitch?
Adonis
You
body.
know what? There's a brother that's on my fucking chest
And again,
right now. That
This is a phone call.
couldn't hold his jock.
This guy could
There's a
beat me into
brother
the
on
ground.
my shirt right
No
now.
question.
I have a question.
What's up?
Fuck you.
So we've
you know?
seen that picture
And I beat him.
several
So
times.
what's up,
Yeah.
bitch?
over the course of however many hours we've been watching.
I know.
this video.
It's several days.
Is that
I
the
think.
only fight he won?
Yes. The only fight he won that had a camera there.
Okay.
Let's put
This
it
was
that
the
way.
90s. There
It
wasn't.
seems like you would have more.
You'd
action
think.
shots.
You would think.
You know.
You would think.
Or was it just because he beat a black dude?
Ooh.
50-50.
Look at
I don't
that.
know. It's, who the hell knows?
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
I'm telling you, man. There's something deeper there.
Yes.
There's a video where he's getting a haircut from a black barber, and they both have their shirts off, and they're in what seems to be a garage with the door open. It's like a shed or a barn or something. And Dan is like, you know, Treva says I'm blacker than most brothers, right? And the barber's just like, yeah, man.
Treva, by the way, the hooker from Adult
NorCal.
Friend Finder.
Right.
Yeah.
NorCal.
So
She will say whatever you want her
no,
to say.
No, she means what she says.
Supposedly. According to Dan.
But she wasn't a ride or die because she didn't say that knife was hers.
Correct. But that's a whole nother.
That's a whole other conversation.
But go ahead, tell him about the knife because that's a whole.
I didn't get. In the
There
time
was
that
some-
I was reintroducing myself to the DQ verse, I didn't go into the Treba stuff because man, that's a whole other thread.
You have to understand there are hundreds of hours of video of this man yelling into a mirror about people that I have no idea who the fuck they are. There is
a video of him ranting in a stand-up tanning booth.
Thank you.
For like 20 minutes, and I kid you not, Death Cab for Cuties playing in the background. It is fucking surreal.
Is the tanning booth on?
So he's like going on about some shit about like football or stevia, and I just hear sometime on you, and I'm like, the fuck, and I mean, what the fuck? How does he even know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
But how
know
many
DQ
people-
was emo like that.
How many people do you know in your personal life who have lore? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
This dude has a lot of lore, and so that's what he's going back.
You know all this guy's cousins' names.
Mike,
You don't know any of my
Frank
cousins'
Reba.
names.
He has a point.
Peachy the cat.
There are dudes who do 3-hour Warhammer to fall asleep to lore videos.
Yeah.
You should do that for this dude.
That's what we're doing, Kenny. I don't know if you know this, but that's why we're here.
You should do an AI voice, the AI John Goodman voice.
You guys should do a podcast.
AI John Lennon voice.
Yeah, thank you, Stryker.
I can't. For some reason,
You
I
also
can't
do
get
a
the sound of
podcast
someone
about this
cocking a
dude.
gun out of it, or
It's
someone
on a
beating their
podcasting
wife.
network.
The AI John Lennon voice. Like,
The AI John Lennon
I
voice.
just got done
And then
beating me
he took off
wife.
his shirt. It was unbelievable, the man said.
Just feed it videos and have it try to describe them. I guarantee you that AI would go as insane as Grok did.
I'm
and
thinking
be
of
like,
RoboCop 2, where they have the robots that come out and the one fucking
just pulls
eats
its own head
itself.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
just-
Next week, people are going to be asking Grok, "Is this true?" And Grok is going to say, "Stevia may cure cancer."
Facts, not fiction, homie.
It's not fiction. It's like this.
I'm laughing, but every time one of those reels come up, I watch the entire thing.
You're damn right I do. Yes, absolutely.
Like my life depended on
Oh
it.
God!
I need to know how this Russian film
Just throwing a
ends.
Dan Quinn video up and just putting the AI voice about how he was like a Make-A-Wish kid at Disney World or some shit.
This
He got to
kid.
meet Goofy, and then he got to play THPS with Tony Hawk.
All right, one more Kimbo Slice video for the road. This one's short and sweet. Here's
Mr. Quinn, please get his ugly face off the TV, okay? Because you know what? My children, they like to stay up, they like to watch TV, and then Kimbo comes on, it scares the fuck out of everybody and sends them fleeing to their rooms crying, okay? Dude, take me fucking seriously, motherfucker, okay? Just don't tell America about it. You know what? A couple people see me with my right hand, and they're like, oh, you know what? You're some serious shit. Oh, enough people have seen me, motherfucker, in Encinitas, California to know that I would lay a whooping on your ugly fucking ass, Holmes. So you taking me seriously, dude? Know this. My hand speed is blazing. Ballpark Muhammad Ali. How you doing, Muhammad? Remember when you saw me fight 20 years ago at Notre Dame? Well, isn't it fucking peculiar that
No,
I'm
he
looking
doesn't.
like this
Yeah.
and I'm reacting like this? Oh my God, it's stevia. Tell you what, Muhammad, that thing about 40 acres and a fucking mule, you know what? They lied like they always do. But check this out, Port. Oh, you know what, Muhammad? I can never show you disrespect because if I was
Maybe
to come
Creed
back,
was
if
right.
I had one chance to be reincarnated, man,
Broken every
it would
freedom, right?
it would be you.
Damn you, Cuban.
Oh, for sure, man.
For 3 hours straight.
Anyways, for all you motherfuckers that are gonna talk shit now because I might show some emotion, know this, man.
Exactly.
Know this. If fucking Kimbo got in front of me, I would fucking lay waste to that motherfucker. Oh my God, boy. And you know why, Kimbo? I would fucking do it on purpose so America would wake the fuck up and say, oh my God, this white boy can fucking mop this motherfucker up like he ain't even in the fucking same building, dude. Tell you what, you couldn't carry my fucking jockstrap, motherfucker. No, oh yeah. Know this, if you and I were going against each other, motherfucker, on the football field, I would have fucking owned your big ass. You don't want to know why? Because linemen weren't fucking shit, dude. And you're not fucking fast enough to be one of those fucking special goddamn linebackers at 6'2", 260, motherfucker. I seen you run, boy. Okay, you don't got no talent. That's why you don't have no fucking pedigree to talk about, dude. If I would have chosen fucking football, motherfucker, know this. Cedric Figueroa, stand up. Did you or did you not fucking come back and say that I was better than everybody on fucking San Diego? But because that little asshole fucking Holtz would never play me, I have to go to Canada, then come back down.
Imagine
okay?
caring
Didn't I-
about anything.
Didn't I say, you know what? Fuck football. Okay, I'm choosing boxing. Know this, punk. Stand in front of me and I fucking blow you down like you're not even there, motherfucker. But then afterwards, I'm not gonna turn my back. I'll fucking clue you and your family into I'm gonna make more
he's just
money.
melting.
It's gonna be
That's
obscene.
natural-
If you help me
natural
fucking
glow.
get this famous by giving me up,
just melted from stevia
giving me your chin,
exploding
dude.
inside of
Okay,
him.
stand in front of me and let me put you fucking to sleep. I'll make you rich beyond compare,
His
man.
face is covered in yogurt.
There you go.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
before
I
we
do
say
that
what
all
we're
the
going to
time,
say
only I'm
here,
yelling at Robert
this play that he keeps talking about,
Oh yeah.
he does come around the defensive line.
Yeah.
He does come at the quarterback, I believe.
Are you referring to the play that he blames Lou Holtz for ruining?
He talks about
Yeah.
making
The
one like the best
spectacular
plays in the
one?
history of collegiate football, and he's like one of several dudes tackling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
There's nothing special going on there.
Was it during a championship game or anything?
I think it might just been like a normal seasonal play
So
game.
he made a sack.
So he's one of like 8 people that could have said they got that sack.
Right.
Like it was the first sack he made that he didn't get an erection. He was very
fair
proud.
enough. Yeah,
he
that's
wasn't.
a good point.
He wasn't pounding off in the huddle. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know,
Who
man.
knows?
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
It is weird for all of his fixations. He doesn't talk about his rope game, which makes me very suspect.
Very,
about the whole
very
CBS
suspect. Yeah, if you're not blasting him, and that's the
7/8,
supplement you're on. Yeah,
and it's looking like fucking rubber cement.
Jesus. Dude.
Wait, are we talking about cum?
Yeah, we're talking about cum, Kenny. Thank you.
I was totally lost.
Sorry. We have our own kind of thing, you know. We do a podcast. We're talking.
I kind
every
of can't
week
hear.
and-
It's fine. Yeah.
I don't know what you kids are into.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to keep up.
We're into blasting ropes, Kenny. So that's busting a nut, I guess. If we're older, you would say that.
I'm just mad that this dude is now in my brain. I don't know what it is yet. But something else probably just got kicked out.
Guess what?
Oh, yeah, you've lost another memory of like your grandfather's.
Right, I don't know my
Just-
sister's name now.
Nope.
Thanks, I appreciate
Gone. Sorry. Because
he's-
there's more.
It. He's dead, right?
No.
He's alive.
No.
He is
Dan-
alive.
Dan Quinn is alive
He's
and
alive,
well.
making video messages to Joe Biden.
It's funny because Joe Biden wouldn't know what he was talking about.
No, he would not know at all.
Joe
No.
Biden, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
It's a great
So-
conversation.
Yeah.
So Felix Bierman of Chapo Trap House is another man who's well invested into the story of Dan Quinn.
The Quinniverse,
The
if you will.
Quinnverse.
Yeah.
And got Matt Chrisman, one of the co-hosts of Chapo Trap House, into this at one point. And he was calling the 2020 election Dan Quinn versus Demonius X.
And you know what?
That feels...
That's what that was about.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, now the lore. I know the lore
See now, yeah.
Right?
It's like reading all the manga before you watch the show.
Right,
you
it's like
fucking
Catholic school
weeb.
all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the prequel.
All right, so this is going to be a moment for all of our performers to take a bit of a brief break because I am going to show you. There are so many Dan Quinn videos. There are so many of them.
I thought that was the break.
Yeah, I
no,
thought
no,
this
no.
was the end.
No. We're going to take 5. But in the meantime, our esteemed audience is going to get to enjoy a supercut created by me of nothing but Dan Quinn videos.
This is
I think they all
That's
might
right,
take
ladies
5.
and gentlemen. You are about to be in that last scene in Soylent Green where you're letting your body die. It's happening. Here we go.
I think they're all going to the
it's not
bar.
the final scene
I
of
just
Requiem
feel
for a
this is
Dream.
against the law.
President Biden.
That's
There's
him.
a national crisis.
He looks better and better.
Game
He's
card
the first
hookers
Asian.
online trying to sell their pussy to make ends
He still
meet.
looks better than Tom Waits.
It's a travesty.
And he's smoking a Virginia Slim.
It's a travesty, sir. But before I get into talking about game card hookers, I'm going to show you how I make the fountain of youth called Pure H2O that cured my uncle of 6 cancerous breast tumors in 4 months, knocked off 74 pounds of flabby fat in 4 months.
"24-hour fitness. I'm thinking about filing a class action lawsuit, and no, it's not because of all that toxic shit that you put in water, because you know what? It's in everybody's water. Just here, you can see it float on top, you know? What I'm thinking is because you turn off the steam room and the sauna at, 12 o'clock? That's way too fucking early. There's a whole segment of society, the people that use the other half of the 24 hours, that want to use it. So I'm thinking, a happy medium between, 3, 4, 5 would be a lot better choice. And I'm not kidding. So anybody out there who's an attorney and knows the steps, knows that it doesn't really take all that much money, why don't you guys think about helping me on a lot of different things? Yeah, I think I have an attorney for my lawsuit, and I think the case is being filed, but, until it happens, you never fucking can tell. And it's like this, people. See all that shit floating on top of the water? Energy is being added but it doesn't last. It doesn't float for a long time. Put stevia in there and blend it, and it'll float for long enough to get it out. And when you do, it'll bring Peachy the cat back into perfect fucking health. And guess what? Reintroducing that shit into her body, she's dead. I mean, it was like a fucking nosedive. So guess what? I've got proof that I can make the fountain of youth. Doesn't mean that fucking anybody's listening and it's like this. I mean, this is taking a chance, but do I look like a 42-year-old dude, all right, who smokes weed and eats like a pig? I don't think so.
See those wet bubbles? Look like soap. That's toxic chemicals that stevia eliminates from your body. That's the shit that is making America sick. And yeah, it's like that. Anybody ever have piss that leaves white soapy shit on the top? Well, you know what? You will when you get stevia in your body. And when you get stevia in your body, you also won't have all the fat that you do, because your body will start to work better because it's getting rid of shit like that. And oh, when you shit, oh my God, the first 5-6 days, those 20-30 pounds that are backed up, they'll come out. Bring healthy air freshener, or you might gag yourself for a little bit, but you're getting healthy. It's magic. It's the cure. Walking into Wireless Toys on the corner of Hazel and Greenback, and I'll tell you what, when I'm a trillionaire, I won't stop coming to these guys, because they'll actually talk you out of spending money, seriously, and hook you up. And this is Gary, he's the owner. And Gary, when people out there are saying that I'm broken down, fucked up, old guy, I'm looking used up, they're wrong, aren't they?
Looks wrong to me.
Oh yeah, you say about 35 ballpark, and I look
about 35.
Yeah, and I look like a cage fighter. And you know, when I pull up my shirt, you know,
washboard abs.
What washboard fucking abs? You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. You know me for a long time. You've actually seen me jet, right?
Yep.
Speed, like kind of like. Weren't you surprised at how fucking fast I was? You're like, goddamn.
For a white guy, yeah.
Oh yeah, for a white guy, like a white guy that could hang with any black guy.
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody, okay? And fact, not fiction, gentlemen, you'll probably get some kind of terrorist bomb threat, seriously, out this, because I have a series of recorded videos, brother, okay? If you're sitting on a jury and you're listening to this, okay? A series of recorded phone calls of an English voice over a 2-year period repping UFC Zuffa, okay? Saying that they don't like anything that I'm doing and shit. Dana White is infuriated, and, you know, Diego Sanchez not liking me talking about him being potentially gay and shit, you know, and warning me, death threatening me, okay, and then handing it off to a hitman because they're done with it, okay, and the final solution is to terrorist bomb threat Notre Dame, Jewish temple in town, okay, Kalani's vet, because I posted, you know, said, yeah, you know what, at this Elk Grove Animal Center, you know, there's this message, and this doctor is fine off the hook, right? And the violin thing, right? I'm thinking, wow, she's single. I might actually be her first trip to the Fountain of Orgasm and shit, right? And then, you know, supposedly some guy calls up there and starts, you know, shit. So if you're on a jury, okay, because they've carried out their threat and I'm dead, all right, and my sons are suing in civil court saying, you know what? Diego Sanchez said the cure in a video and then went silent. Ali Sonoma's titty goes perfect in 14 days. She stays silent, okay? Dana White drives 6 fucking Ferraris. How much do you like him?
Dana White?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Okay, I'm not going to get you in trouble, brother, but would you award me some money? Because other people said, oh, fuck yeah, millions.
Yeah, if we could.
Oh, yeah, you know what? If you could, in civil court, bitches that are talking shit, it's only 51%. So, fact, not fiction, I'm going to walk out of here again, and I probably won't see you for a little bit because you guys hook me up every fucking time. And in fact, if you want to spend your money in Wireless Toys, you know where to do it. This place will talk you out of spending money, give you the best deal, and that's a fucking fact. Peace out, gentlemen. To all my weed-smoking fans out there who don't have a lot of money and want to save as much of what they got as possible, what I do is I
get my weed after I buy it, and it's usually bone dry, because that's honest. You're not buying water weight. And then I put a little orange peel in there or something, get a little moist, so it's not going to, just burn up. And I roll it up into a little ball, and like this, starting to come apart, and voila, and I load it. And so we're going to do a little test. See how many hits Dan Quinn can get off this, all right, compared to what you guys are doing, That's what, damn. There's a lot of tricks that I could fucking tell you. And I don't know if it'd be illegal or not, but if there was the dope smoking Olympics for marijuana and for methamphetamine, I'm thinking I'm placing. This is to everybody that knows the violin works. That thing that took a rape victim to triple-digit orgasms in maybe 2 hours. I wore her pussy out, pretending the G-spot was the yin and yang, pressing on it, the dots, and massaging, and then sucking and licking the clit like a flute. And you know what, gentlemen? In the Sacramento area, if you really want to get some pussy and you have a bag of weed, there is what I call a pot hooker on Adult Friend Finder in the NorCal chat room. And you know what? Shit, this is basically how to find her. I love you so much. Yeah, I'll tell you what. She liked this dog so much that she had an invite to come back anytime. And you know what? It's like this. When I saw you fucking conspiring to talk shit about me behind my back with someone else that was online there, I thought to myself, ew, you know what? It goes like this. When you gave me the last 4 digits of your number, and then you gave me the directions, I was going there thinking that you sounded like such a hoe that potentially you might be a candidate to star in a movie showing other women how to get ultimate fucking orgasms after orgasms. You know what? The fountain of pleasure, okay? The violin. And when I got there, oh man, you know what? False advertising. The definition, bitch, of rode hard and put away wet. And then when you pull down your thing and you show me that big ass fucking scar, I thought, oh, you know what? I didn't want to show you anyways. See my ex-girlfriend, Jennifer. She's a 9+, okay? See PamelaProModel.com, okay? She might come up and actually be at my next fight. And you know what? Do you think that I really wanted to fucking show you? It's like this. When I invited you to go to Gladiator Challenge, it was because I have friends that might have done you, okay?
Okay? The only way, know this, man. Gum is disintegrating in my mouth again, like it usually does, because it doesn't last. Because stevia is up my fucking pH level, it's done something crazy, okay, to where it's made my fucking body perfect, okay? And you know you little assholes out there across America that are calling up and talking shit? Imagine this. Imagine this. Me kicking your ass because your girlfriend fucking called me up and said, you know what, you're a punk-ass bitch, and you lay hands on her, okay? And then when I'm rich, I fucking show up with a fucking traveling cage and say, you know what, you punk pussy little bitch, okay? Why don't you come and try me on for size, okay? And then when I beat your ass, okay, like a little punk, okay, make you cry, okay? I'm going to stick 2 fingers in your woman's pussy, okay? And then I'm going to take 2 fingers and I'm going to put them right above the G-spot on top of the pubic bone, just above the pubic bone on the stomach wall, and I'm going to touch tips gently, and I'm going to massage as I lick and suck her clit like a fucking swizzle stick flute, okay? And you know what, dude? Okay, She might come as many times as Chris or Karen did. Karen had an orgasm a minute for about 2 hours. Okay, no shit. It doesn't work on every
That's
woman,
120
ladies,
orgasms.
but it works on enough to where people should be trying that trick out.
See that, Kermit? Every time I drive by this nigga, I think of how
He's talking to a guy named Kermit.
You ain't never been a gangster if you on the papers. No niggas is snitching. Say about the murder cases. Yeah. You just killed another man, blood, you still a basis. Nigga, if you tell on my brother, then we lift the faces. You ain't never been a gangster if you on the papers. Niggas is snitching. Sing about the murder cases.
Yeah, Kermit, I don't know if she told you exactly how it went down, but yeah, I got there, I knocked on the door, and she opened it, and I took control immediately. Motherfucker was taking a bath, and the door was locked, and I knocked and said, get out here. And he said, I'm taking a bath. I said, you're out here in 2 minutes.
The
nigga,
happiest
I'ma
Dan
fucking
has ever been.
waterboard you, and you might not make it, homie. I'm not a pro, okay?
Yeah, just one.
He got the fuck out, and I put it to him, homeboy. Oh yeah, choked him the fuck out, jiu-jitsu style, nigga. Straight, fucking. That's like.
I told you, he says the N-word.
You know what I'm saying?
Kenny.
All these stars and fucking weapons and shit. You know, Americans have guns, but a female.
All right, so welcome back to the stage, Brian, Kenny, Stryker. It's time for. It's
the two chicks who were in the back, I think, left.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's all right. Too much.
So, guys, we've done all this.
Only 3 more hours.
Yeah, 3 more hours left to go of the show.
Only 3 more hours. We've locked the doors.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're in for the night.
We're in for it. This is like a YMCA lock-in.
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask you 3 beautiful human beings I've shared the stage with, Stryker and Kenny. I couldn't think of anyone else I would want to torture in this method. In love, I should say, not malice. If out of malice, I could think of a couple people that worked at Foam. But
right. Nothing.
I mean, I
Nobody?
I
All
had
right.
people in mind for that riff, and y'all are giving me nothing. Anyways.
Threw it out there, and it just did not come back.
So
All right.
I want to ask you 3 gentlemen, do you want to take a taste of the Fountain of Youth?
I'm not drinking the stevia water.
I
No?
will, man. I drink. Listen. I drink a lot of fucking eat a lot of diet products.
Yeah.
And drink a lot of diet soda.
Well,
Sure.
if Kenny's doing it, I'll do it. Why
So
not?
I don't. Why?
Let's do it.
Hey, man.
Here we go, everybody.
I hate to burst all of y'all's bubbles.
Really short cord. Okay.
But this
Okay.
ends. All of this ends.
Right.
And not even in the way you think.
It's mostly screaming.
Right?
Yeah.
I almost had a tree fucking follow me, which would have been an ironic death. I don't know. I had
How
something,
so? Yeah.
I had something cooking,
Yeah.
and it just didn't materialize.
No, that's all right. So Brian, if you're listening to the show later,
Wait, is this the pure? Is this Colombian?
he is mixing up some pure Colombian stevia.
Is this the kind of wait? Is this the purity of stevia that Donald Fagen would have written about?
Absolutely, it would be. Yes.
Wait, is
so
this-
he's got not necessarily from StarWestBotanicals.com, but he does have a eyedropper of stevia, very pure. He's putting it into the blender body. He's making it sweet.
This isn't weed, is it?
No, this is pure
Okay, good.
stevia. That's correct.
Wow.
He is going to allow you to melt fat from your body.
I swear to God, if I die from an ironic podcast tonight, I'm gonna be so fucking bad.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame you. Yeah,
Well,
that's good.
I haven't finished Expedition 33 yet. What the fuck? Oh,
He's
You got to blend it. You have to blend it in the stevia into water. So there, it gets soupy. Here it is. There it is. There is a detectable foaming happening. So
I was over a friend's
Explosion.
house. I was over a friend's house many years ago, and he was like, "Hey, you need to try this." It was a bong with ice in it, and it was filled with vodka.
Okay.
And I did that, and I passed out for the only time I've ever passed out from doing drugs or drinking.
Huh.
And this feels like that.
Yeah, I think we're about to have a really bad time. So
Yeah.
we're going to...
So I'm going to scoop out the soapy part.
Okay, this is the important thing. This is the thing that Dan Quinn continues to preach. You have to scoop the soap that he says is in the water, alphabet, and Brian is doing it very slowly with what appears to be a miso soup spoon. He's doing it...
Also racist.
Yeah, just a touch. It's fine.
I'm already having a panic attack.
Exactly. So we're fine. And yeah, look at that. Pure H2O, ladies and gentlemen. Pure H2O is happening on stage right now.
I'm going to be a cage fighter.
That's right. Nowhere in St. Louis is pure H2O happening on stage except for right here.
Wait, I thought you said he split H2O.
Correct.
So it's one.
It's both.
It's H-O-H-O. No,
Correct.
Wait a minute.
It's Christmas.
It's
That's right.
H-O and then there's an H.
Yeah.
If he split it, right?
Ha.
Wait, no, it's H1O.5.
It's the number one stimulant in the universe.
H1.
It beats cocaine's ass.
I
if
failed
you-
chemistry. I failed chemistry so fucking hard.
It's all right. We all did. And so
It is very much like when you were a kid and you'd like mix like sodas together and be like, oh, I'm doing a potion.
Yeah.
No, I think we called that a suicide.
Well, I grew up with under Harry Potter. I grew up in the 2000s.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Homeschooling.
Here we go. All right. So now Brian is pouring this into a tea mug, and he is Hell yeah! Stealing from Tivana is righteous. Good.
Yeah, fuck that job.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Fuck them. Good tea, but fuck them.
But also fuck them.
All right.
Okay. Coming around now are 4 wonderful. He's doing the full tea service, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see this. And he's actually, with his left hand, serving the tea in the proper manner. He has learned this over his years.
As a weeb?
As a human being with
Let me tell you,
culture.
hey,
Okay,
when I
motherfucker.
was in
Let's go.
Japan, I went to Akibara.
Yeah.
Which is the.
Oh
is
my
where all
God.
It's where all the weaves go. And I don't think I've ever been more embarrassed by white people in my entire life.
That's all right.
Really? You live in St. Louis.
Watching these dudes walk around with full body pillows.
Well,
like they
yeah.
Were, like they were women. For real? No, that wasn't real.
Okay, all right.
Can I
He's
drink?
doing a thing.
I'm like Marco Polo.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we always say at this time,
Something meaningful.
here we go. All right. We are about to now experience the wonders of stevia.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
It tastes like Lucky Charms.
It's no better or worse than Moxie.
Exactly.
It's the Lucky Charms marshmallows.
It tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Would you like some more, sir?
No.
No.
It tastes like
Yeah, we're calling it quits on
One
the
sip
one.
was enough.
It tastes like
Who wants to drink the soupy mixture?
Who wants to live forever?
Who wants to live forever? Who wants to
Let's do it.
Brian, just bring that shit to work tomorrow.
Perfect. All right, there he goes. There you go.
I almost took a second sip. I'm so fucking dumb. What am I doing?
I'm telling you, it tastes like the cotton candy a dude in a van would give me.
Yeah.
Right. That did give me.
This aftertaste is gonna be with me for the rest of
Oh God.
No, man.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
still
to both of you now.
It's still going.
It's still going.
so good. I'm
still-
living.
I chased it down with that
feeling.
beer.
I'm feeling like I have no prejudice in my body anymore.
Right.
Was that the first time you drank it? Did you, or did you make a
This is my
sample
first
batch?
time. This is the first time experiencing the soupy elixir of life.
Yeah.
I feel the fat melting away from my body.
Same. Yeah.
I expect
My
to be
metabolism is so engaged right now.
Whew. If I was Peachy the cat, those tumors would just be falling off. You know that.
Absolutely.
I feel like I've done 20 push-ups.
I've done 25.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, watch out.
Powerful stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, it didn't taste nearly as bad as
That
I
was
thought.
fine.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
worth like commandeering an entire bathroom at a gym for.
Yeah, I
but, like,
wouldn't do it in a carboy like he did, but Jesus Christ.
He did have multiple.
There was like 4 of them. And yeah.
And again, I think the stevia in the jugs is probably adding to his psychopathy.
You talking about like all of like the plastics and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the plastic, it's the stevia.
Wouldn't surprise me at this
It's
point.
the guy who tied him up and beat him with a shoe.
Right.
Right. I think all these things add to what we were just looking at.
He's a mentally ill man.
My
And,
man is just looking for a way out.
and so far, this is what he's got.
He
Yeah.
can't get it.
Yeah.
Right? Martin
You
Luther
wanna-
King was 36 weeks. No. Actually, I don't know how old. I know this dude now.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know how old Martin Luther King was. when he
Is that
died.
the fact that replaced that in your brain? Did you?
I want to say 40,
I don't even know how old he was when he died, but I know who fucking Dan Quinn is.
43.
You know about how much
Jesus!
how Kimbo Slice is a genetic bitch, but you don't remember
Oh my God,
the
it's
face
so
of a
much
loved
slop.
one.
Now I've done it.
So much slop. That's what my brain is now.
Yep.
It's only gonna get worse, Kenny.
I know
Yep.
it is going to get worse. For you, I mean, like I said, I got 2 years.
I gotta live with this. This
I
is
got
my
2
own
good years
prison.
left.
Yeah.
I'm living an Alice in Chains song 24/7.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years. Every fucking week we
Like,
do
hey,
this.
hey, Jason, do you want to like look at a website you never heard of that's going to completely derange your worldview? Here,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, go look at the cat Chase No Face.
All right, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, look at that. Look at
I
that.
remember in 1997, Spy Magazine did a special on NBC on how to save the Earth. And one of the things that they said was, keep your water running when you brush your teeth, right? Because that'll save X amount of gallons of water.
It's true.
Okay.
Little did they know that Dan Quinn existed.
Right.
Right? And then it's like, what's the point?
Right.
You
There's
know?
no way that me turning the tap off is going to combat a carboy full of stevia. There's no way.
Here we are. All
No
that,
fucking
and here
way.
we are. We're still here. We still got here.
And this
Somehow.
is to say nothing of the stevia reserves that Bill Gates and Elon Musk have.
In a mountain somewhere.
It's
They're
what
just
polluting segregated neighborhoods in Memphis with their stevia.
It's what the vaccine was
production.
made out of.
Or when Joe Biden dipped into our strategic stevia reserves.
Uh-huh.
Right? And left us fucking depleted.
Yep.
And who stepped in?
Imagine
China,
if Dan
right?
Quinn
As always.
did
Our
the
planes are
violin
fucking
on
On
Joe
Hillary
Biden's
Clinton.
prostate.
All right.
I'm so excited
That
to go
was
home and
good.
eat food.
That was a good cup of stevia, as my grandmother
Did you
used to
drink the
say.
full thing?
Of course I drank
I
it.
took it like a shot. Were you kidding me?
I took one sip.
No? You were afraid of the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, here's the thing: is Stryker is the youngest out of all four of
Fair
us.
enough,
He,
yeah.
he
He
does
doesn't
not
need
know
it.
his folly yet.
Yeah, I don't need
But
that.
one day he will look upon this and he will cry a single tear for not enjoying the Fountain of Youth.
I think one sip was fine.
Okay.
They bought me like 10 more years. That's all I need.
I'll take it. That's fine.
I've been kind of like hedging this bet between like stevia and energy drinks. If I can just kind of keep to the mean.
Okay.
You know, it's
I'll take
like,
it.
Yeah.
Like Homer with Pinchy.
Oh, okay.
And the
Dan Quinn needs to partner
Simpsons people out there, please give me something. I got nothing coming from you.
Your
All right.
wife left.
There we go. Yeah.
Your wife.
She had to pretend.
Your wife left you.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
Oh, wow, your wife did leave.
That's exactly what I needed at this precise moment. Thank you, Brian.
In real time. That's
10
crazy.
o'clock at night.
That's crazy. Wait a minute. Your wife can leave and we can't.
Yeah.
Amazing. Exactly what I needed. Thanks, Brian.
She's at home packing her bags right now.
Yep. Just- I'm
Took
done
all
with this
Get
shit.
the kids in the car.
Taking all the stevia.
Just
It's
straight
like,
out the cupboard. Just. I'm telling you, that's what's happening.
You gotta stop putting their head in the fucking clothes basket.
Well, that,
It's like Andy
the only way I get off.
It's like Andy Serkis at the end of the Narkina 5 arc in Andor. He gets to the end and he can't swim. That's me. I got to the end and I can't swim, but your wife escaped.
Yeah, she somehow got out.
That's all I got. I got nothing
All right.
else.
Sorry, please
I
continue.
thought that was going to be a fucking gangbang.
I for some reason I did too, but I don't know what the fuck
kept up
happened.
with
Yeah.
Andor, I'm sorry.
I can't get any more
Holy
of this.
shit! Yeah, I can't do the.
My sides are literally split.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at something gross. Oh wait, this is the audience participation part of the show.
I put in
There's a
8
special
hours.
There is a
prize.
special prize for those of you patient enough to hang out with us. Thank you again for
People
being
that aren't
here.
Jason's wife.
People who are not my wife. It's called Did You Know? It's a series of questions about things you should know. So I need one volunteer from the audience, one of whom is going to be just the one. Don't start. With just one person will go. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it amongst ourselves.
All
We're
right.
going to do
Stu and Mel.
Stu and Mel. There we go. All right, come on up here. All right. So here's how it's going to work.
He's
this
a
is
plant.
Exactly. You are now legally required.
No,
yeah,
you're
please.
gonna stand right there like
Or-
you're being judged by your
Perfect.
peers.
Exactly. Well, that means I got to get the fuck off because that's no talent up here. All right.
Oh my God.
I got these
Good question.
fucking rocking thighs. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
Why
look
don't you
at
spend
them.
a little more time working on your abductors and we can talk.
Yeah. Anyway, this is called Did You Know? Those of you who are to the left of the stage are going to be on Team Stryker. Those of you who are to the right are going to be on Team Kenny.
Wow, it breaks down so evenly.
It's really funny. All right. We can keep making these jokes all night, motherfuckers, or we can just keep doing the show. All right. So, just
Now
saying.
you're trapped in here with me.
I'm just saying, like, I got all night. All right. But this is called.
Your wife just left.
Yeah, exactly. I got all night. I got nowhere to be. Principle of the thing is called this. It's Did You Know? All right? So fuck it. I don't even know. Let's go. Question 1. What was Ghislaine Maxwell's alleged username on Reddit? Raise your hand if you know it. Anybody on stage is also welcome to...
Oh, man, I used to know it.
All right. Well, that is Maxwell Hill. Ghislaine Maxwell's. So no points.
Wait, is that her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Is it Mac? What's the hill? Is that her what? Her original?
Is that where her manor is?
That was her username on Reddit.
What's the hill though?
No idea.
No idea.
No idea.
I'm not gonna die on that.
Question 2. What was Anthony Weiner's alleged pseudonym when sexting? Brian.
Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger.
Wow.
There it is.
Man, that's better than what was Michael Vick's name?
Sex Haver Jones?
No, it was something. Rod Mexico.
Rod
Rod
Lexico.
Mexico.
Rob Mexico is also the name of a very funny Twitter user.
Yes. All right. So
Talks about eating Nutra in Louisiana.
God, yes, he does. So question 3.
Meta world peace.
What was the name of the Republican senator that writer Dan Savage tried to make synonymous with a frothy mixture of shit
hand
and
was up
lube?
first.
Brian's hand was up
Santorum.
first. That is
Yep.
Rick
Wait,
Santorum.
whoa, before you go forward,
Please.
what is the name of frothy shit? Santorum.
Apparently, it's now
Santorum.
Santorum. Dan Savage, the love columnist, decided based on Santorum's political and everything.
Oh, so now we call that Santorum.
Santorum, yeah.
Oh, so lick the Santorum
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
off of mine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Violin.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it. Rick Santorum. Question 4. Casey Green, multiple-time guest of the show, drew this, that This Is Fine dog. He has an actual name. This Is Fine is not his name. Brian.
Frank.
Question Hound.
Question Hound is
I
the
did
gentleman's
not, for the
name.
record, know any of
Whoa, time out. Can the people who made the game participate in the game?
I made the game. He's just getting the answers
shit.
right. He doesn't know anything.
I don't know anything. I
Really?
let him flail about, and then I show up every week and go, fart pussy.
Right.
This feels like the 1908 World Series or 1904, 1906.
I don't know.
10.
It's which was the racist one?
I didn't
Thank
watch
you.
the movie. The 1904 World's Fair Marathon.
Okay.
Oh, right.
All right. Well, question 5. What is the alleged name? There we go. Stu. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Satoshi
Stu.
Kon is an anime director.
Satoshi Kon is the anime director. So
You
Brian,
fucked up.
unfortunately, is the winner of our game.
Oh.
That was all the questions? How are there not 30 questions?
No, I'm not doing this all night. I got places to be.
I win my own pants from a job I got fired from.
That's right.
With $10 in the pocket.
That's Brian.
In order to get yourself a somethingawful.com
I'm
forums
never
account.
re-regging. I'll never re-reg.
All right.
I feel like I should have let other things happen.
Yep.
Then
All right.
The show must go on. This is the part of the show that we like to call the Shot.jpg. This is the part where we show you gross shit.
And now,
Is it like
the moment you've all been waiting for.
Here we go.
Shock.jpg.
Oh, I hope it's somebody having sex with an animal.
Is this really
No,
gross, or is this
no,
ironic?
No.
This is not what we showed Drew.
Will I be able to? Can I like? Will I be able to eat after this?
Yes, you'll be fine. This is not like the normal shock.jpg. Stryker was on the show. And what did we show you, Stryker? You remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Someone's butthole, maybe?
I think it was probably someone's butthole. So, shock.jpg is a segment of the show. For those of you who've never heard the show before, it is where we find something gross on the internet and we show you what it is. This week, I have chosen something relatively tame. It is a Fortnite burger. Now, those of you who play Fortnite, no one in this audience, that's fine.
One person.
There we go. There's one. Okay, we got one. Okay, cool. Those of you who know Fortnite burger, that's a Fortnite burger.
Okay.
Right? That's the burger that's in the game. That's the burger. Well, unfortunately, FortniteBurger.net showed you this. That's right, folks. Wreck-It Ralph with a semi-erect penis.
That's not semi-erect.
I'd say it's semi-erect.
I don't know. It's pretty big, so it's kind of
looking like
It
Johnny
depends.
Sin
Wait,
over here.
time out.
Yeah.
It depends on the penis.
That's fair.
There are some
Copyright
penises that curve up.
2023.
And some that curve
Right?
down, yeah.
And some
Is that a chode? Almost.
I don't know.
Not quite.
It's not really a chode, right?
He's just a short guy. Or is he very big?
We need to do a rigidity test.
Yeah.
Either way, this
phallus.
is fucking gross.
Yeah.
I like it.
So according to our good friends at the Screamer Wiki,
Wait,
FortniteBurger.net.
did Disney sign off on this too?
No. It was a shock site
Only
that refers
Disney,
to...
Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. It was made 2019.
Can we key to the next picture?
Not
No.
yet.
Just
I'm
close
not
your
done.
eyes.
I'm not
Just
done.
close your eyes.
You don't understand how this segment works.
Kenny, I'm going to tell you something.
Wait, I think I do understand how this.
Kenny, I'm going to tell you something. This man had a full-ass conversation to my face while an animated gif of a guy fucking a McChicken played.
Right.
So if
It's
I
a
have to...
McChicken. It's a good sandwich.
It's not a good sandwich to fuck. It's not a Big Buford.
Listen.
That's got some moisture in it.
I'm telling y'all, man.
Goes dry very quickly.
These kids today.
Mayonnaise.
Right?
Have you ever heard of fucking mayonnaise? Come on.
It's not even Dukes. It's whatever shit comes out of a fucking
Oh,
tub.
please. Like, you're too good for Hellman's?
Fucking pause.
I don't even know you people. Anyways,
You're kidding
my
me with
fucking
this shit.
sandwich, it's wet.
Yeah. Good.
That's a dude with
Good.
a Disney character with his dick out.
It's Wreck-It
He's
Ralph.
gonna wreck it. He's gonna
Even
wreck your
worse.
cervix.
It's wreck you,
He
Ralph.
looks so confident. It's like, come on, man. Act like you've been there before.
Yeah. He's just...
It's too much.
fucking face.
All right, go ahead, please.
Anyway,
Sorry, please
it's
continue.
been online since 2019. I found it last week, and I was like, "This, I have to fucking."
That's why your fucking wife left.
Yeah, pretty much.
I found it last.
She knew
week.
what was coming. She said, "I'm not sticking around for
The
this."
question is, Jason, are you gonna wreck it?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes.
So what's up?
Yeah, he looks good.
Anyway,
Trust and believe.
there was a brief time in 2020 where they replaced this image with Ralph wearing a face mask because of the novel coronavirus. So that's always nice.
Well, that's sweet.
I
like it.
You know, in
Gotta
Japan,
stop the
they
spread.
wear face masks all the time because
Yeah.
they're considerate of
Yeah.
other citizens.
That's fair.
Oh, such a pleasant place.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
they're gay?
Wasn't it
Kenny?
like the Dutch
Oh.
that gave out the pamphlets where like if you're gonna fuck, wear a mask and also fuck doggy style so you're not breathing on each other?
That's awesome.
No, but they should have. Even if they didn't, that's wonderful. I love it. All right. Here we go.
Ah, the Dutch.
It's time for your mom's
Perfect time to cut out, by the way.
favorite part of the show. It's time for the breath mint.
I like how this references my ex-girlfriend's mom.
Yes. But it's also referencing my mom. My mom listened to the show one time and said, "You know, that last part was my favorite part of the show."
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we weren't like talking about
Not
like,
dicks and...
the website where Bosnian kids light each other nuts on fire called
Right.
like Potato Fire.
Right. Something like that. So this is called the breath mint. This is the part of the show where we relax, we take a minute, and we tell each other about something that we've enjoyed in the past, couple weeks or so, that's really just kind of like caught our attention. Now, we're limiting it to one apiece, and our guests usually go first, so why don't we start with Mr. Kenny Kynes? what's something like a TV show or a book or anything? Anything.
I will say this. So I mentioned it before. I was in Japan. 2 weeks ago, last week, and we were moving to a new hotel. We went to a new hotel, and it was late. We were in Shibuya, right, where the big Shibuya crosswalk is.
Okay.
We were trying to find something to eat. My girlfriend's vacation battery had worn out, so she was frustrated. I was frustrated. I'm like, we need to get something to eat. All these great stall restaurants all over the place, right? She didn't want any of that. She wanted something simple. I'm like, all right, as the person I am, I'm always want to make my partner happy, right? So I'm like, let's go to 7-Eleven.
Okay.
And in 7-Eleven, I got myself. She got a coffee. She's a big coffee drinker. It was a decaf coffee, but she loves coffee. She's a coffee snob, so she's very particular when it comes to coffee.
Yeah.
I just need something to eat. I'm very low class. You know what I mean? I just eat trash. Baconators from one of my favorite sandwiches.
Yes.
So we go to a 7-Eleven. I get an egg salad sandwich. She gets a decaf. Oh, please.
There you go.
You're right. We're on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
I get an egg salad sandwich and a donut, right? And she gets a decaf coffee and some pastry or whatever. We take it back to our hotel room. I open it up. Now, I was already aware of how great the Japanese convenience stores were. So, but I wasn't expecting what I had. And I bit into this egg salad sandwich. And this was like a random Thursday night. And it was like a violent orgasm.
Okay. Yes.
I came for 24 hours. It was so good.
We're doing this swizzle stick flute.
I did this to the sandwich. The bread was so soft. I don't know if you all had milk bread before.
Yeah.
It was like whoever made this put every ounce of love and respect for the person eating it.
Okay.
Into the sandwich.
All right.
And it took me a half hour to eat it because I didn't want it to go away.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want it to be over.
Get another one. Yeah. And that was the thing. I didn't want to go down and eat and get another one because then I would be full and I'd be eating just to be eating and I wouldn't enjoy it.
Right.
Right. I wanted to make that experience last as long as it could, and it is the best. It's the best egg salad sandwich I've ever had.
Oh damn.
That's bottom.
Ah.
This may be one of the best eating experiences I've ever had on the edge of a hotel bed in a room that smelled like cigarette smoke. They do smoke a lot.
Yeah, they do smoke a lot. Yeah.
In a room that smelled like cigarette smoke.
Wow.
This sandwich gave me life. It gave me a reason to keep going. It's probably the same. Have we ever thought about that Dan Quinn ate an egg salad sandwich in fucking Shibuya at 10 p.m. and said, and
That's
then
it.
had to leave.
Right.
And he doesn't have the money to go back.
Right.
So that's in his brain.
He's trying to figure it out.
The entire time.
He becomes a Stevia Ronin.
What?
He becomes a Stevia Ronin.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He's like, the stevia is just like, maybe. Because he can never get that here.
Right.
Maybe the stevia is the closest thing he'll ever get. But that's my last week.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful, Kenny.
I think that's the first time that the Breathman has ever been about food, and I love it. That's fantastic.
And no, it's not food. It's
I'm
a
sorry.
movement.
That's fair enough. You're right.
moment.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I apologize.
It's like watching a child being born. Your child.
Okay.
You're
right.
But you
what if my wife gave birth to an egg
better.
salad sandwich?
Right.
And the doctor handed it to me, and I cut the packaging. I got to cut the packaging and eat my
I will
egg.
say this. At this point in my life, if somebody handed me a child or that egg salad sandwich, if they handed me the child first, I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
If it was my child.
That's
if it was
fair.
my child.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
if my wife just gave birth to
Right.
this child, right? But he was standing there with that egg salad sandwich, and that was the first thing he gave me, I would be like, I'm not paying for this.
Well, Stryker, good luck following that one.
I'm not going to even try.
Okay.
Well, I'll say the thing, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, sure.
I don't care. Recently, I read Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. It was really good.
Hey, fantastic.
I knew I was into it when I realized. So the main character is named Milkman Dead.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's his name. And his name is Dead. His last name is Dead because when his grandfather was freed from slavery, he went to the Freedmen's Bureau, and the Union soldier taking names was drunk.
Okay.
And so the Union soldier was like, "Who's your father?" And the grandpa was like, "He's dead." And so the drunk Union soldier wrote dead in the last name section. And then his name is Milkman. That's his nickname because his mother breastfed him till he was like 6 years old.
Hell yeah.
And somebody saw that happening and then told everybody in the town. So he became Milkman Dead. And I'm like, this is the greatest book I've read all year. This is awesome. Very
Sometimes
beautiful.
it can be really hard being black. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
No, very beautiful
Somebody
story.
see you raking leaves. Oh, raking leaves, Kenny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always raking leaves. Go rake them leaves, raking leaf, Kenny. That's a culture joke. That's culture.
I enjoyed it.
Good. It's good for you to enjoy things. Brian, what have you got this week?
Jeez, I'm not going to go rambling on.
The
for
stevia
30
is affecting my brain. I'm sorry.
I'm seeing my
It's
hands.
making me better.
I feel like I'm like Neo in the Matrix. And it's
blazing
like,
hand speed.
It's
All right.
like, whoa, I know how.
I know how
I know
stevia
how to
works.
save world hunger. Oprah
Winfrey.
I know how to save world hunger. Whoa.
I think of all the things I could talk about, the one that I feel most passionately about is that I am certain, beyond a doubt, that The Righteous Gemstones is the worst ending of any HBO show since Game of Thrones. I have never felt like I was watching someone being, it feels like I was watching that woman, and was it in Georgia, that's dead, that's legally brain dead, and they're keeping her cadaver alive so she can give birth to a child that has a low rate of success of existing on its own. That's what the last couple episodes of The Righteous Gemstones felt like. It's like, wow, y'all were just having so much fun in North Carolina, you didn't know how to fucking write anything. You wasted Michael Roker, you wasted fucking Sean William Scott, and it's like, yeah, there's a couple really good fucking jokes, but y'all could have just like done that on YouTube.
My sketch group would have never let that happen.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
I don't know y'all would hang dong like that. But,
No, that is true too. So,
but goddamn, was that last season right? I thought the third season was stretching it thin.
Yeah.
And something that's given me so much laughter and joy. I've never thought that you could say the word "cum" in so many different. Talking about cum.
Yeah.
You know, it's just. You know what? It just makes me wish. It makes me want to go back and just watch Vice Principals again and kind of get that taste out of my mouth.
It's not the
Wait a
worst thing
minute.
you could do.
Brian, has anybody ever introduced you to our Lord and Savior Andor?
No, I've been told that even the tankies on the internet love Andor.
It is
so
fucking beautiful. It is beautiful television.
I've heard this
That
much.
show is as good as an egg salad sandwich in Shibuya at fucking.
And I heard it has connections to Rogue One, which is my favorite Star Wars movie.
It goes into Rogue One, like the last episode goes into the beginning of Rogue One.
Oh fuck yeah, Rogue
And then
One
as
is
we
fucking
know,
whips ass.
All right.
Rogue One goes into the My Lai massacre.
Rogue One.
The Box of the Rebellion.
Rogue One is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Yes.
It's very good.
I got up and hid in the bathroom.
That's
when I saw Hulk. No,
It was
I
12 years ago.
no, I went to go see it with some friends, and halfway through I was like, "Fuck this!" I just went and I sat in the bathroom for a minute, and then I went back in.
Why?
I wanted to get away from it.
It's good.
I mean, really, deep down, it's Last Jedi, but Rogue One, I think, as its own self-contained story, does something that the new trilogy
Interesting.
cannot accomplish.
Right.
I totally-
Imagine if George Lucas had written Star Wars not on mushrooms. That's Rogue One.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm?
Well,
Not wrong.
I was in the bathroom, so I missed it.
So
hang
was
out,
he-
hang out in the. I was gonna say hang out in the bathroom playing Balatro, but Balatro didn't exist.
It didn't
back
exist
then.
then,
You were
yeah,
probably
yeah.
What
playing
is,
it.
wait. What is Balatro?
Oh God.
Oh,
All right.
We got to wrap this
Wait,
up.
We're gonna be here all
wait,
night,
wait,
folks.
wait,
Lock
wait.
the doors. Let's go.
We've been here for 17 hours.
Yeah.
Give me an elevator pitch.
Okay. It's poker,
Right?
but a roguelike.
I don't know what that is.
So that's a game where every time that you die, things change,
Okay.
right? So it's poker, but with like power-ups.
Wait, is there money involved?
No, not actual money.
Not even
Not
crypto?
yet.
Not even crypto. It's video poker,
Wait,
but Super Mario Brothers.
But it's also like solitaire.
3.
why would
And solitaire.
It's more mind control from the government, Ken.
that's
It is
what I
true.
thought.
That is
I wish
very
somebody
true.
would have just said it.
Well, it takes a minute. We got to break free of our own mind control until we can tell you about the mind
I got friends
control.
who play it right, and I'm like, what?
Oh, it
what
fucked
is
up my
it?
life. Like, I
What
had a
is
friend
this?
that was like, don't play it. It fucked up my husband's life. And
Oh my
then
God.
I played it, and I was like, it totally fucked up my life. And then they started playing it, and they were like, it's totally fucked up my life.
Yeah.
How does it
It's
fuck
like
up
the
your life if
it's like
not
the
real
fucking
money?
Ring. It's like the Ring.
It's addictive.
Is it?
When you start playing the game, you lose 3 hours and you go, where the hell am I?
Right.
Yeah.
I want to get the perfect jokers. I want to get all the synergies and all this stuff. And you're just really chasing that high. It's like the first time you had Smirnoff Ice.
He's not wrong. That's
That
the
game
thing.
doesn't
yeah.
sound like coming at all.
Oh, there's nothing. It's about edging.
Yes.
It's literally
more
gooning
about- yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you bust every once in a while, and
But
sometimes
not
it doesn't even
enough.
feel that good.
You
Yeah.
will last 5
It's
minutes.
like, oh my god, I have.
Oh god! Oh god! The Onion quote from Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
The game
It's-
says you're supposed to not come, but it seems like coming is very easy.
Very-
It seems like
it
bad
seems
game
like
design.
the point of the game. Yeah.
You've been doing this for 6 hours. I have to go to bed.
Exactly.
What's your breath mint, Jason?
Oh, my breath mint this week. Thank you, Stryker, for keeping me on track.
No.
No.
More about my egg salad sandwich.
Later. My personal egg salad sandwich this week is a game called Alan Wake 2. Those of you who know things about me know that I like Twin Peaks and I like David Lynch movies and that I like video games where you have to solve puzzles. So Alan Wake 2 is pretty much all of those things thrown in a blender.
Nice.
And some Stephen King.
And a little bit of Stephen King. Yes, you're right. But for the most part, it is definitely
Thrown
Twin
in a
Peaks.
blender and exploded into a soup.
Fair. With a little stevia on top. Yes, it is a series of events that happened in the Pacific Northwest. And oh, it's spooky. You know, there's jazz music and coffee and diners and so forth and so on. It is as Twin Peaks as you can get in a video game without actually being Twin Peaks, the video game, which would suck ass.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, but
It
yes,
would.
it would be very bad. But yes, Alan Wake 2, enjoyable. It's very silly as well, which I like. I like silly games, which is why I also like Balatro. But I like I like games that just are like, yeah, this is a thing that's happening. It's weird, but it's a thing that's happening. So if you're a big fan of any of those things, check it out on the platform of your choice. All right. I think it's time to bring this train wreck to a close. That's right. We're going to do this thing where we tell people where to find you online. Guests go first. Kenny, let's hit it. Where do you find...
Listen, I want to tell you this right now. I have not done stand-up in several years. Or maybe a year, or whatever.
Whichever, whatever, yeah.
You can't find me online, and do not look for me online, all right? All I do is fucking rail about the government and fucking neoliberalism. Stay far away.
No argument there.
I'll give you some books to read, and then you'll be like, please shut up. Sir, this is a Wendy's, all right? But,
And yet?
listen, this was a great experience for me.
Thank you.
For my children,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife.
Excellent.
None of those people exist.
Exactly. No,
Right.
I'm following.
The stevia was great.
Thank you.
But again, as I say all the
Don't
time,
find me.
St.
Yeah.
Louis has a great comedy community. You know, very funny people, very fun entertainers, and very funny podcasters. Right? And I'm on one of them right now.
Yep.
Huh?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, where can we find you?
I
turned it around.
We'll get to that. But
Show business.
thank you, Kenny. But first, we got to tell where people where to find our good friend Stryker.
You can send me sexually charged messages on Instagram at Stryker Spurlock.
Okay.
STRYKERSPURLOCK.
Okay. Make sure you spell the name right.
That's right.
And you can find me not only on this show, 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking, but you can also find me on a show called Submitted for the Approval of the Midnight Pals, where I play a fictionalized version of Stephen King. That is midnight-pals.simplecast.com. And you can find me anywhere on the internet where there is a username Videocrime, VIDEOCRIME. That's right. I'm the only one, somehow, that has chosen that particular Tin Machine song to name everything after. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but that's me. So if you find a if you find a video crime, that's me. And that's about it. Brian, where can they find you on the old internet?
Oh, God. Well, if you want to send me death threats or foes of Wreck-It Ralph wrecking Wreck-It Cervix, you can find me on Twitter at ishotgdbord, ishotgydbord. You can find me on Blue Sky under the same username, on Instagram under A Music Photographer. You can also check out my portfolio of photos of people with their mouths open, sometimes on a stage, over at assholemusicphotographer.com. And if you want to check out the last and only good media website left in St. Louis, you can head over to theartsstl.com. Believe it or not, I was cutting myself in the bathtub crying and finally finished my Laura Jane Grace piece.
Hell yeah,
that
let's
went
go.
up.
Let's go.
It's some pretty tortured writing.
I love it.
But Laura Jane Grace is a wonderful human being, has written some really good songs, and I took some very okay photos.
Excellent.
Cool.
I heard a hell yeah. Thank you, Stu. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Stu. Thank you. Laura Jane Grace is great.
Hell yeah, my fucking egg salad sandwich.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know what happened there.
I think we were
all very enthralled.
Kenny,
Yeah.
in defense of the crowd and those also here on the dais, I think we were just in awe of such a concept. Like, for
Yeah.
me, I had to really process, because I'm not a big egg salad guy.
Neither am
But
I.
I'm not. I am not.
But I had
Right.
to process
So,
conceptually.
somehow-
I
And
don't know if
eggs.
the finger of God came down and led my hand.
It had to have. It had to have.
And was like, this is your truth.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But I'm glad I did.
Right.
But I see what God has done for you in the terms of egg salad sandwiches, and I hope He can do the same for me and others in this room.
I hope so too.
Now begins the Chris Chan portion of the show. Hit
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen,
All
welcome to...
Oh, God. So anyways, I've been jacking off into this Dr. Pepper for a week.
The pickle man tricked me again. All right, go on. Let's go.
The pickle man is nefarious and untrustworthy.
Oh, Julie. But anyway.
Oh, God. So let's smother this child in the crib.
Let's do it. So you can a bunch of what is it?
Oh, God.
What
So
do
we're
we
going to
do?
say...
What happens in this part of the show? What do we tell? Oh, that's
the
right.
Phone number.
The phone number. That's right. If you want to give us a call, that's 314-246-9766. That's 314-AHOY POO. If you like to spell with your telephone, you can shoot us an email. Jason at the number 4, the number 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com. Brian with a Y at the number 4, the number 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com. Support the show, patreon.com/48minutesofdogs. There you can find our Thanks I Hate It. You can do a show called The Mind Zone. The punishment tier, $10 a month gets you the... We torture ourselves once a year. One time we did a 90-minute commentary track on a Japanese puke fetish video called Garo Monster Home Delivery. That type of thing awaits you at patreon.com/48minutesofdogs. As we always say at this time, namaste, good luck, eat the knife. Give mommy a good gut fucking. 25th Amendment now. Who ate all the pussy? And baby, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm out of juice, man.
You've never seen a white boy podcast like this before.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. Special thanks to our Patreon members, Hussein Onler, Quasi Quack, Pooh in an Alleyway, Thea, Flores DeSmet, a.k.a. Mr. Fart, and Kim. Thank you.